Might get paid, might get killed. Every day, you gotta work that skill. Pick up the AK, see how it feels. Switch your weapon, test your skills. Straight up war, that's for real. Hello, Charkie. Hello, Johnny.
Hey, guys.
Hello. I know you were hard like that.
I am. No, I'm keeping a lot of things secret, like the fact that I work for Cypher, which is the counterintelligence recovery for... I don't remember the name of the organization in this game. I don't remember what the abbreviation stands for. We'll get to it, I suppose. I think they tell it in the intro to the game. Hello, one and all. Hello, audience at home. Welcome to the Bad Game Hall of Fame. Welcome to Fugitive Hunter War on Terror. This is a PlayStation 2 and PC release. Originally released November 18th, 2003 in North America. That was yesterday in 21 years. But celebrated its 21st birthday yesterday. This game is old enough to drink. And I think I'm going to need some drinks for this one tonight, because this is one of the worst first-person shooters. One of the worst rated games on the PlayStation 2 as a whole. Any familiarity with this one, folks?
I was curious, because last time I brought along one of my childhood favorite PlayStation 2 games, and I figured that was the plan tonight. Just someone else was going to play one.
Not quite. Though I do have the strategy guide for this. I picked it up for like 50 cents at a game store in Oregon at some point. And I should have got that out of the box. I should have dusted it off and see if it had any like cool tips and tricks for us. So I'm thinking you haven't heard of this game before, Bag, but how about you, Charky?
Well, I think I saw this at a GameStop, like, back in the day. I didn't pick it up, but I think I've actually seen this on a shelf.
Out in the wild.
Yeah, but I'm familiar with this game through its infamy.
And it is an infamous one. This is a game that is primed and targeted to exploit the War on Terror, which was raging pretty hard in and around the year 2003. I don't know if you remember those heady times. But we'll get into some of the development. I don't have a whole history section because this game provides its own history section. There are bonus features on this, including a full developer director commentary over a video playthrough of the game, and a whole bunch of behind the scenes and making of, and...
Damn! Eat your heart out, Valve.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it like the one of Valve where you have like the little floating like speech bubbles in the world, and you go up to them and they say like, "Hi, I'm John Patriot. Thank you for playing Fugitive Hunter."
If only. It is not quite that sophisticated. It was a little more primitive. But that was the name of the game for Black Ops Entertainment, who you may know from such hits as Warpath Jurassic Park, 007, Tomorrow Never Dies on the PlayStation, and Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. All very questionable games, to say the least. And this may well be the most questionable of them all. But we will get into that as we get into the game. We will see for ourselves what the War on Terror entails. But before then, we of course have a bit of a segment that we have on the show here, a time-tested classic for your viewing entertainment at home. Charky, would you mind to tell the folk at home about your stream snack?
All right, well, tonight's stream snack is Wow Bao Chinese barbecue pork bao.
Sorry, don't mind. Keep going.
All right. I don't know, only the most American of snacks for tonight. Please stand up and salute for the bao.
I'm standing.
And our drink is Alani New Energy Cosmic Stardust. That's it. Cosmic Stardust. Now here's the thing. When I put this in the fridge earlier, I just saw the purple, and I thought it was a witch's brew that I had left over. And I didn't realize until this moment reading it that it's not witch's brew, it's Cosmic Stardust. So let's see how that tastes.
Maybe a pleasant surprise.
I can't hear the name of that drink without thinking of Homestar Runner saying it.
Unpleasant.
Oh boy.
Oh no, it's grape flavor.
Oh, that's my favorite.
I hate grape flavor so much. Concord grape? Ugh. You know what? This actually, I need to go get a different stream snack.
Oh, man.
Tell you what, I'm gonna go run downstairs. Tonight's stream snack drink is going to be Monster Rehab. That's what it is. I don't know what flavor. I'll just let y'all know, but I'll run and get it because this is grape. I hate it. That's the stream snack.
All right, that is fair enough. Oh no, Charkie's fading out of existence on the screen, and then there goes the stream snack graphic as well. He'll pop up again soon, I'm sure. Oh, I forgot to mention the publisher. This was published by one Encore Software in North America and by Play It in the European region.
Yeah, Play It.
And actually, another fun fact is that this game, when it was released in Europe, went by a different name. It went by America's Top 10 Most Wanted, or no, that's not it. America's 10 Most Wanted. That's the name of it.
Oh, okay. No wonder I've not heard of it.
And so someone in the chat, let me scroll up, let me see who. Someone mentioned, Sarah the Crocsune asked, isn't this a game where you hunt not Bin Laden? No, this is a game where you hunt Osama bin Laden. He is Osama bin Laden. He is unmistakably, he is named Osama bin Laden, except in Europe, where they swap him out for Saddam Hussein. So
I couldn't get the license.
Yeah, it was a licensing nightmare trying to negotiate with Al Qaeda on this. But regardless of that, we are playing the North American version. We will be seeing Osama bin Laden on the screen, and we will get into fisticuffs with him, because even though this is a first-person shooter, it also is a 3D fighting game for some reason. Oy vey. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. This is one I wanted to write an article about for the longest time, and there are some interesting rabbit holes around this game, to say the least. A lot of it revolving around head of Black Ops Entertainment, John Body, who is, let's just say in the past decade or so, he's fallen off the deep end, and deep into like conspiracy theories. And
don't say.
And he also fancies himself a DJ, a producer, a still game designer, a cryptocurrency enthusiast, a fintech, and also
check
just
up all the boxes.
You can check out his YouTube channel, Rogue Quant, where you can also see him just uploading DVD commentary tracks to the movies that he does not own the rights to. And there's maybe a couple behind the scenes for a few games that he worked on, including Demolition Man on the 3DO. Which is another odd one. That wasn't Black Ops Entertainment, though. That was just...
excuse, I'll be careful. Excuse if you hear any eating noises. I have Aldi brand bao buns. Mine are vegetables. That's why. That's why. So, damn. We didn't coordinate that. Charkie has the same stream stack as me. It's all coming together.
At the dawn of the 21st century, the number of fugitives wanted by the FBI soared to record levels. Federal agencies were overwhelmed with unsolved cases. Fugitives became more dangerous and unpredictable, and the top 10 most wanted were increasingly linked to terrorism. This emergence of worldwide terror networks caused unprecedented casualties abroad and at home.
Very classy.
To deal with this crisis, Congress orders the creation of CIPHER, the Criminal Interdiction and Fugitive Recovery Task Force.
This is basically Homeland Security, and they had conceptualized this before Homeland Security had been actually instated.
The world's most elusive and dangerous fugitives.
This game also was planned to have a level in New York when it was in development in 1998.
Ooh.
Lieutenant Jake Seaver is a veteran.
Let's just say that this game lingered in development long enough, they had to change a couple things.
In 1999, a covert mission was launched to hunt down and capture top Al-Qaeda leaders. Seaver was assigned to this mission.
This is going to be a night of me thinking of jokes and then thinking, can't say that.
Look, let's just say, for the benefit of the audience at home, for the benefit of us, that this is a questionable game.
What was the second word? Intercondicted?
We'll find out. I'm sure it'll say it somewhere. Before we even get into the game, I want to get into some of the special features here, as mentioned. Let's look at the 30-second ad spot.
Cool international fuckers rock. This is what LARPing is going to look like in the year 3000.
Oh, I would love to have seen what the casting call for this looks like.
Where do the real life graphics end in the game?
It's hard to say.
This is a very mid-2000s PlayStation 2 trailer, though.
You don't say. They even have the mocap shoots, and I think if you look at one of these, they have the guy who is the director and stunt coordinator for John Wick, does motion capture for this game. Here's some rap, some freestyles from Mr. Ree, animation previews, mocap interview, that director's commentary I mentioned before, a making of the commercial we just watched, a whole bunch of stuff. But what I really want to get to,
and secret video.
This is the video we're going to watch. We're going to meet John Bodie here, and he's going to explain. This is a little bit of insight into the development of the game, and in how long this was in development and changes they had to make. And it ends with a very compelling sell for the game, which you already own because this is a special feature on the game.
Starting to suspect Valve
interesting.
Had inspiration for their recent Half-Life 2 documentary.
And going gov on the website to see what kind of fugitives were out there and what kind of prices were on their heads. Back then, Bin Laden was the most wanted fugitive in the world. This is shortly after the embassy bombings in Tanzania and East Africa. At the time, I remember printing out the indictment for Bin Laden, and it was about this thick. I basically read all about this Al-Qaeda, the base or whatever, and I didn't really know what it was.
Or whatever,
I started doing the research for this game. Time would go by and I'd see things like, discover different things, like they tried to fly a plane into the Eiffel Tower in 1995, but the terrorists didn't know how to fly planes. 96, the bombings in Iran, 98, the dual simultaneous bombings in East Africa of the United States embassies. And then in 1999, you had the coal. You had in 2000 the guy trying to sneak the bomb material across the Canadian border to blow up LAX. They had already bombed the World Trade Center in 1993. So when I saw planes flying into buildings, I realized that they were finishing the job. We thought to actually, I don't know, maybe canceling the game because we were hunting fugitives. It wasn't a terrorist.
Oh, you don't say!
and that's not the end of the story somehow.
And you go all the way up. A RICO guy, a Racketeering, Influence, and Corrupt Organizations Act, a mob guy, for example, is wanted for maybe $250,000. A guy that bombs a health clinic is wanted for maybe $1 million. So, we had actually considered, because we're from New York, we actually had a section in the game in Exchange Place, New Jersey, with the Twin Towers in the background. We'd actually gone out in February of 2001 and shot the towers. Fugitive Hunter. We kind of just paused for a couple of weeks and just didn't, we didn't know what to do. And what we wound up doing is really what President Bush said, is just carry on with your lives. Continue. Do not let these people interfere with our liberty. And so we basically took out the Exchange Place in New York.
Yeah, I saw Giuliani on that episode of SNL, and I was deeply inspired to continue working on my video game.
So if you want to go and kick the crap out of the Al-Qaeda guys, if you want to burn them, if you want to blow them up, if you want to smoke them out of their holes and caves in Afghanistan, then go ahead and play Fugitive Hunter. It'll be out soon, and I hope you enjoy it. It's
yeah, fire!
So that's just a little bit of insight, behind the scenes insight into the development of this game. Again, John Bodie.
Yeah, so if you want to just pull their fingernails out with pliers, you can go ahead and do that.
I ain't stopping you.
I'm sorry. John Bodie sounds like either a wrestler or an adult film actor name.
But it's a real guy who has a real YouTube channel that I really should just link here. It's something. I highly recommend checking out some of his beats that he puts up, some of his hit songs, including Metal Mining Crypto Beat by DJ Gianni B.
That's not me, by the way.
No, believe it or not, no. Okay. We're going to play this on easy, because we don't lose anything for playing on easy, and I would like to finish this in one episode. I would like to get this done and dusted as a one-off, but time will tell on that front. In 1999, a covert mission was launched to hunt down and capture top al-Qaeda leaders. Seaver was assigned to this mission on the Afghanistan-Pakistan border.
I've got a visual on LZ Raven. We're taking fire. Surface air weapons inbound. Mayday! We've been hit. Prepare for impact. Fox 1, this is Sierra 5. Crew of 5 didn't make it. I'm the only survivor. Roger that, Sierra 5. I understand. Understand. Crew of 5 are dead. Proceed to LZ Blue Jay for extraction. We've got to make it quick. Roger that. I'll be there.
Now, I don't see any difference between this and Modern Warfare 2.
No, pretty much the same. They do mention a little bit of interesting insight on the developer commentary, which I have listened to. They wanted to open up the game and just give you all the weapons of the game up front. You do have to earn them over the course of the game, of the real game, but this intro mission is just meant to be like, all right, here's the power fantasy. Here's all the shit you're going to have access to later, which is, you know, not a terrible idea in terms of...
yes, the abilities.
Yeah.
Ooh, hold on. I know all the secrets in this game, because like oh, shit!
Secrets like if you shoot a grenade point blank at a wall, cool shit's gonna happen.
Also, our guy never shuts up during gameplay. He's like a regular Duke Nukem, so...
I'm sorry, did you pick up dragon fuel?
You'll see.
Yeah. I know what that is.
Oh, I don't.
Like, I don't even know about the weapons in this game, but I just know what that is from playing other games.
Yeah, this first level is just meant to be, like, not a tutorial per se. They talk about, like, not digging on tutorials, which I get it. All right, how do I scope again with this fucking thing?
Oh,
Yeah,
there's a
jumping
tutorial.
If only.
Gotta take out those RPGs.
Okay, I'm gonna figure this out. Not triangle. Triangle is switch weapon.
All right, I'm betting it's either left stick in or D-pad up.
I can check our inventory here. I got that going on. We have different types of ammo for every gun. We have the different guns. This game does, you know, I hate to say it, it does a few things right. It has a few ideas. Yes, up on D-pad. You are correct.
I had to get myself in the 2003 mindset.
You know what jump is? L1. L2 is crouch.
Oh,
Yeah, that
bumper.
tracks.
Bumper jumper style. That's good. That means you can, you know, while you're jumping, you can do 6 shots.
Every gun also has alternate fire. Here's the dragon, by the way.
Ah, okay. So it's not some sort of weird energy drink.
Unfortunately. Instead, it's a flamethrower. So like you said, you can burn them if you want to.
I have enough of that item. Let's not be greedy.
Gotta leave some for them, you know. I don't want to hog the resources here. So, first things first, and in full confession, is this the worst feeling game I've ever played? The worst feeling FPS? No. This game's issues are more to do with matters of taste than anything. A big complaint that people honed in on was the graphics, which I think are, for 2003, are fine, honestly. There are definitely some level design issues, though not the worst I've ever played. Not the worst levels. There's no, like, real labyrinthian levels, which are, of course, my pet peeve. And yeah, this game is so lowly rated because I think people just thought, wow, this is tasteless. And that's going to be most of the comments on the video, in the chat, I imagine. And, you know, not wrong, but we are going to try to look past as much of that as possible, I guess. Or, you know, acknowledge it when it's particularly egregious, and boy howdy it will be egregious, but...
I like my upper right. I like your DMV photo to represent your continues.
Very candid. And there he is! Wasting no time.
I am curious. Oh, prepare to capture. Fuck that, prepare to capture.
Like I said, 3D fighter.
Alright. See a footsies game.
Is there a multiplayer mode in this?
No,
where-
sadly.
Damn it.
Aha! Enter the Matrix, winning again.
Ah, you like that?
I definitely do have
Funny
to...
enough, this, you know, this ends up slightly like Animatrix. It's got this hybrid gameplay thing going on.
Yeah, unfortunately, this fucking sucks.
No, keep doing it. No, keep doing it more. How are you ever supposed to beat Bin Laden if you can't defeat a level 1 terrorist?
Terrorists win. Yeah, I'll use one of my continues.
Okay, so what I'm curious about is what was the reaction, if any, from, like, the press when this came out?
They tried to get it on the news. They tried to, like, press toward and be like... Well, because there's precedent for games like this. One that comes to mind is Jesse Petrilla and Quest for Saddam, I believe the name of the game was, and he got on the news. He was a talking head on like MSNBC and CNN, and he was plugging his shitty game, which eventually goes on to be modified by Al Qaeda themselves and released for free as Quest for Bush. There's a whole story there. That's another one we have to get to.
Well, released for free, but then there was the microtransactions.
Oh, of course, yeah. You got to fund those operations somehow. So as far as this game, I believe there was some coverage, but not to where... How do I put this? I think they wanted this game to be a huge fucking hit, right? I think they thought they were going to make bank off of, fears around terrorism and the war on terror and that sort of like jingoism in North America in the immediate aftermath of September 11th attacks. I don't think that happened. I do not believe this game sold through the units they hoped it would sell through. And I don't believe they got the marketing dollars that they expected to get. And that's probably for the best. And reviewers were absolutely brutal to this game. And we will perhaps see why. But first, we gotta look at the most wanted fugitives.
I'll just go right to Bin Laden. Like, if you beat Bin Laden, then all the terrorists die.
Osama bin Laden is the known leader and highest-ranking member of the Al-Qaeda terrorist organization. He is responsible for the funding, planning, and operation of the group, which has terror cells in over 50 countries.
Fugitive Richardson is still at large. Yep, you gotta do these in order.
You can't beat Bin Laden unless you take out Richardson. There's
no
way.
The hierarchy here. Alright, we look into this Jamal Richardson fella.
Jamal Richardson was an accomplice in a series of murders and bank robberies perpetrated by the Biscayne posse. Richardson held 2 hostages at gunpoint while they were executed by his partner, Casey Weber. Richardson should be considered armed and dangerous.
All right, you got all that?
You can't take out Osama bin Laden unless you take out this bank robber first.
Of course, on the streets of Miami.
Yeah, not while he's like, running wild.
So, running wild, brother. I have to ask, aside from Bin Laden, are these real people or are these all fictional?
Weber's been spotted.
Okay.
Move fast and you'll be able to capture him and his second in command, Jamal Richardson. Radio me when you've got Weber. Roger that, Alpha 1.
Give me all your freaking money. I ain't got no money, bro.
Oh boy, so that's what we're in for. Just right out the gates.
One thing I have picked up is I don't think anyone swears in this game.
Yeah. Give me the friggin' money. My mom's listening. Don't.
Oh, you gonna bust me up? We'll see about that. Come on, bring it. Coming in this time. How's your ribs?
So yeah, the gimmick here is that we have to capture the most wanted. We can kill everyone else with all willy-nilly, just shoot them, not worry about like cuffing them or anything like that. But when it comes to these guys,
that's right.
Ooh, that was pretty effective. How's your ribs? I say after I kick him in the knees for like the 50th time. Ay, he's gonna.
He also has the same moves as you. Little suspect.
We went to the same training school.
Yeah.
Were you using that special move at all, or?
Weber's gonna bust you up against the wall.
Alpha 1, this is Sierra 5. Fugitive is in custody at my location. Proceed.
I guess just leave, right?
That's Sierra 5. I understand. Proceed to the next target.
And I get his pistol.
I mean,
whoa! Did you see that shit?
Whoa, yeah.
It didn't help him at all, but it was sick.
This is just like the Matrix. What's going on?
Just wait until we start modifying our guns, getting attachments for them and stuff too, because that is a feature in this game. Which way do I go? Hot damn!
You captured your target, the 10th most wanted man in America, a bank robber. So like,
yeah, right after he was mugging a random mook on the streets.
So
and, as the top 10 most wanted would do. Yeah. Well, what if we can get 2 for 1?
Oh.
What if we can get his partner in crime as well? I'm still not good with a controller, mind you. So it's
that's a hell of a gun noise.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not the worst I've heard. There are Call of Duty games with worse gun sound effects than this. Credit where credit is due. I can't go there yet. There's something keeping us from going forward. What could it be? We shall see.
Also, this episode's getting hella demonetized.
Oh, you don't say. Oh. Random pair of keys that was in that room that was very easily missable. That's the sort of stuff that doesn't do this game any favors.
See ya.
But hey, we got a double barrel shotgun already, so... also, if one of you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the chat for me, I'm going to be pretty consumed by this.
Okay.
See what the people are saying. Super shotgun ain't got nothing on this.
I think Terribly Terrified kind of got at what I was getting at, was that first gun sounds extremely powerful for a first gun. Like, it's not a great sound, but it does sound like it has a lot of kick to it.
Oh, I got a scope for my my dart gun. I should probably check a look at the inventory here. See how we have different ammo types for it. Flechet darts, and we can use shotgun ammo in it if we wanted to. So they give you some amount of customization. There's really no reason to bother with swapping out ammo on guns or anything of that nature. The way guns come presented to you is usually fine, is usually good enough. Just operating stock. Does this game reload guns when you switch away from them? Reloaded my pistol. Yeah, yep, so that's a trick.
Okay.
A neat trick.
Shadow Stranger asks, is this Fugitive Hunter? Yes, it is.
Why can't we proceed? I got the keys.
Can't go there yet. Someone was jaywalking in another state. I have to go stop them first.
Some of the on-screen text has very like old school adventure game vibes. You have enough of this item. You can't go there yet. You can't get ye flask.
All right, I have
you can't get ye Osama bin Laden.
I have a concept for a game like this.
Lay it on me while I try to figure out how to fucking proceed here.
Because I've been talking about, joking that we can't go after Osama bin Laden before we take care of this bank robber and all this stuff. What if you had a game that was like this, but the order was in reverse? Like, you start with, like, bin Laden, and then you work down to, like, drug traffickers and work down to a bank robber. It's like, you're going the opposite way because you're trying to chase that high. Like, you start off getting the most wanted man in the world. And you're like, I gotta catch somebody else, and then you're just down to like catching litterers on the side of the street. It's like, there's nobody else. I've captured
everyone. There's nowhere to go from here.
And like the final level could be like a horde mode where you just have to hold out as you defeat every person on Earth because they're the only
for the
people left
shepherd
to
when
arrest.
the wolves are all gone. That's a line from Castlevania Symphony of the Night, by the way. Nerds should appreciate that.
Oh, I don't remember that line.
It's what Richter says when you kill him.
Oh, I've never done that, so that's why I don't remember that line.
I
always go for the good ending.
Oh, I only have 5% health left because those explosions ended up taking a lot off of me. Luckily, there's first aid, and luckily we have first aid on us as well. So
what's the difference between first aid you pick up and instantly use in the world and first aid that you have in your inventory?
Well, the thing is, this is actually kind of neat. It's a good idea that if you have full health and pick up a first aid, that's when it becomes an inventory item. So it is the same item, it is the same pickup, and they will do the same amount of healing, but you can bank them if you're playing safely. Like, if you're using body armor effectively, if you pick up the body armor, that will, protect your health long enough to get those extra medkits.
I could see that also being annoying, where, like, maybe you're missing only, like, 4% health, and there's a health kit. And then you end up using the whole thing instead of banking it.
That's why they have these small health pickups as well.
Yeah.
Like the health in Doom, right? You have the big and you have the small.
Pick up the health potions. I just wish that if I went to a doctor, that one of these days they'd give me a health potion. I don't care what's in it. It could just be like powdered Tylenol or something. But I just want someone to give me a health potion that actually does something.
Yeah, all those quote health drinks from Silent Hill.
Oh yeah, I'd pay for those.
Yeah.
I would absolutely. Can I shoot this open? No.
So something I noted here.
What's that over there?
I mentioned with the cursing, but just in general, I'm surprised how,
Shoot, man.
you know, subject matter aside, it's
Shoot, dog.
not that extreme of a game in terms of like gore and like swearing that I would have figured, especially for an M-rated game.
Get out of here.
And this kind of, you know, that director presenting the game as cathartic. I was expecting this to go like very over the top with the gore, and it actually
You would think
seems
so. That is a fair like
understated,
assumption to make, but not the direction they went, because they did want this to be something that teenagers would play, that everyone would end up playing, despite the age rating. You know,
okay.
Yeah, because you want to indoctrinate as many people as possible into your whole jingoist thing.
No, absolutely.
What did he tell us, by the way?
He told us where the main guy is hiding out, basically. The dialogue in this game is useless. It's not very well acted, which is, you know, occasionally funny, so it's worth listening in for that, but... Oh.
Some Kevlar.
There's a bonus, and we actually got our health above 100%, which is something that you can do. Hold on. I don't have the sniper rifle yet, do I? I don't have a scope on this gun either. Wait, I do have a weapon with a scope.
You have a scope on
though.
your dart launcher. Or dart gun.
Take a nap, pal.
That was very polite of us. Oh, jump was a little funky there.
Take a nap, pal.
Sleep tight, little baby. American flag gives you invincibility.
Goddamn right it is.
It should start playing the national anthem, and you have invincibility as long as it's playing.
I do like this synth that's playing now. Wop, 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 wop.
Is this the right way? Who's to say? I think it is. I hope it is.
I mean, thank God we don't see games like this anymore, but it's very funny in hindsight.
There's something adorable about it. That's not the right word.
No, that's not the right word.
I was trying to think of another game that this was comparable to.
There were a few.
Yeah, but, well, in gameplay, and bear with me on this one. This feels like a hypothetical Duke Nukem Forever that did come out in the early 2000s. Like,
yeah.
Mechanically. Having these power-ups and all these, you know, like, small health item, big health items, and spinning the gun when you melee, and picking up the American flag for invulnerability.
Is Duke
like
patriotic?
He is, absolutely.
Yeah, he's all about Americana. Yeah.
Too slow.
Okay, let's try this. Not what I was hoping for. There we go. So I would say that the range of weapons here is what you'd expect in a game of this nature, but it's also like with the secondary fires and with the attachments you get, it is not lacking. I would dare to say that it's actually a pretty good arsenal in this game. Also, they do keep infinitely spawning enemies, so I really shouldn't be wasting time with this sort of stuff. But you can increase your score.
I just like we've seen wall running. We've also seen the enemies do dives. So apparently they do Matrix-esque moves, not you.
Well, we have some sick kicks that we do in some of the cutscenes.
Ah, okay. I was just gonna say because you're too seriously trained to do that stuff, but guess not.
It's bolted from the inside, so wrong way.
And the enemy spawns are really egregious in this.
Oh, here we go.
No? Yes.
Man, this dude was just waiting for me up here. He probably should have shot me.
Shadowy Stranger was onto something. That other flags should have been different types of pickups.
Oh, yes.
Like, I'm trying to think of, like, not jokey ones, but, like, something like infinite ammo for a limited period of time, or double damage.
There might be one or two other power-ups. I can't remember.
Those weapons. Oh my god.
What was with the oh my god there? What was he surprised by?
For a split second, the reality
of the game, everything came crashing down around him.
The amount of human life he's taken hit him, and then just he moved on beyond it. Also, the the preamble about the how long this game took to make. This urban music that we've got for
very
this day.
period. But I think John Bodie, Bodie, I don't remember how to pronounce his name, if I'm being honest here. They say it in the director's commentary. He says his own name. But I think he composed some of this before his burgeoning DJ career that you can see on his YouTube channel.
Yeah, but it's very, very 90s, this beat. Like, it feels like cutscene music from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
The melee doesn't kill, by the way, so you do have to shoot them while they're down for it to be
actually,
like,
no,
effective.
not GTA San Andreas. Probably like True Crime.
So I'm guessing for what this is and for when it was originally supposed to come out, that this was maybe originally made for PC in mind.
Well, there is a PC version of it. It did come out on Windows.
Right, it did, yeah.
I would more imagine it was meant to come out on PS1 if you're looking for like a date and time sort of thing.
Yeah, that's the thing, was I was trying to think of how this would work on PS1, and I'm thinking it wouldn't really work on PS1, not in any...
Well, they did make the World Is Not Enough game for PS1, which, you know, is a shit game, but it did like push some aspects of presentation with some of that Bond money behind it.
No, you know, that one weirdly started out was going to be like a PC-only game and like way more ambitious in the scope.
Yeah,
so maybe PC was always the like main platform.
Yeah, because I'm looking at this and I'm trying to see if there was any like PS1 DNA in any of the design, in any of the because once Bag brought up the music, I was trying to see, is there anything like in level design, level layout, or stuff like that that says like, hey, this would be like kind of PS1-ish to me. And I'm sure someone could derisively say, oh, this looks like a PS1 game, when it does not.
No, it looks fine for what it is. Can I jump over this? They're not letting me through the door yet. The game is not great about letting you know where the objectives are. Destroy the weapon shipment, find and capture Weber. So there is a weapon shipment we have to destroy here. We're going to have to figure out what that is and where it is. And if they keep spawning enemies, it's going to take that much longer to figure it out. Let's just use the double barrel. It's
constantly spawning enemies is a not a great choice.
I'm not sure what happened there, but I'll take it. Alright, keep an eye open for a weapon shipment. Oh, and also some platforming opportunities.
Oh, you're about to die. You're slightly less about to die. Oh, this beat sucks.
Yeah, they're variable in quality, to say the least.
Yo, this beat goes hard on mute.
Oh, we have a silencer for a gun now. That's going to be handy. That's really going to pay off.
I'll never see it coming.
In this game, which absolutely respects stealth gameplay. It does not respect the laws of gravity.
Video Game King says Nokia Core.
Good. Oh, there we go. That was the weapon shipment.
There you go.
They probably should have put, like, floating arrows above some of this stuff.
Goodbye.
Well, not my problem.
Have you ever played the PC version of this?
I really should have. I think I would have for the article.
Uh-oh. Do you have any... Yeah, there you go.
I do. Come on, what's on this?
Oh, you're getting shot.
Fuck. I'm stupid.
All right.
I'm a
I
moron.
do like that, the safety sign.
How's checkpoint? Whoa, right.
Yeah, they spawn you in place, mercifully. And we have 11 lives, so...
That guy was spawn camping. He knew you were going to be there.
That outfit? Let's get this over with. Bring it on. Going back to jail, Weber.
What a toughie.
I was trying to figure out who was making fun of whose outfit. And I'm still not 100% sure.
Jail, Weber.
God, when they lock you in a combo, it is rough.
But I was about to say his fusion meter was flashy. You could do a super combo, but no.
No, because it starts to flash at the same time as his.
I'm faster than I look.
No,
Here
it says
we go.
when the fugitive's meter is flashing, you can do
What's up with that outfit?
Which I don't know what the super combo is.
Yo, what's up with that outfit? Are you like
Yeah, why does he have a robotic arm?
Are you like an agent or something? No, I think Weber here is the one saying that. He doesn't think you're dressed for the occasion.
His kicks and punches are as lethal as a gunshot, which is why they have a gunshot sound.
Oh! I don't know if he meant to shoot his gun at the end there, because it did not look like it went in the right direction.
So, I looked up a review that mentioned the super combo thing. And it says, well, there are 3 super combos, so I guess the super combos are just those basic-ass combos that are listed under help.
Yeah, and it's when your meter is flashing, by the way, despite what it says.
Oh, okay.
The tooltip is just wrong.
Alright.
Because they can do their special when their meter is flashing.
It did say, there's such a non-bonus, you'll more likely button mash.
Wow, not a OG.
Okay, so this plays like an SNK game, then.
Oh, I see.
You know, it's got the flash-in desperation moves.
You're in top right now.
Little cipher, boy.
Oh, you picked TOP in the middle? Yeah, that's weird. I never go for that.
Faster than I look.
Here we go. How many times have we told him he's going back to jail? I think he got the message.
Just rubbing it in at this point.
Yo, it's the police!
Yeah, it's a little late for that.
Seaver, you ain't all that. You just a thug with a badge. Watch your step. Come on, man.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, he literally just does police brutality on him immediately. So, I mean, credit where credit's due to this top 10 most wanted terrorist. He's on the money. So there we go. We got the high score.
Is there any unlocks tied to the score?
No.
Are there? You know what? Are there any unlocks? Period.
No.
Okay. Because you had all of those.
Charles Marcus has been linked to over 20 homicides in the western United States. Several of Marcus's victims were targets of the Patriot.
Can one of our mods do me a favor? Add the word ass to the word filter so that the picture, the emote that has the word ass in it, because my name is Cass. If someone could make it so it doesn't constantly get flagged every time, it'd be much appreciated.
I do not know how that would work off the top of my head. Sorry. I was about to say, because the fact that you had all of those videos in
those are just unlocked
the extras thing, yeah.
That secret video, just available from the start of the game. This is one of the first things you can watch if you so chose to.
Yeah. Shadowy Stranger says that's the narrator from cable TV. I was thinking at the time, like, yeah, that's like, who is that guy? That's the voices.
Terrorists with explosive devices. Acre's right-hand man is Charles Marcus, a wanted contract killer. Capture Marcus on your way to getting Acre. Be on guard down there, Sierra 5. These guys are well-trained and live to fight. Roger that, Alpha 1. Sierra 5 out.
Alright, so we're storming a terrorist compound in Utah now. Because this shit never ends.
What is this guy wanted for again?
Probably like bombing. I think it's supposed to be like a Timothy McVeigh type. Oh, we finally got ourselves an assault rifle, by the way. I'm just trying to read the sign. I'm trying to read the placard, guys. I want to see what you're all about.
I just want to say I really like this level's stage music that feels like a high school band that couldn't find a bass player. Because it's just guitar and drums.
You make do with what you got. There are hostages in this level, by the way.
We got someone on the decks.
Eliminate window henchmen holding hostages. Luckily, the hostages are only being held by people in windows.
Oh, Charles Marcus, maybe like a Charles Manson type. Maybe just like trying to meld together every single American terrorist that's well known.
Scope.
There we go. Immediately got a scope for this rifle, which is good, which we definitely need. I think we also need to bust these turrets up.
That's a turret? I thought that was like a fish wind vane or something.
Oh, do I not have my grenade launcher anymore? Did I have to hand that in between levels? Looks like I did. I forgot that this game takes weapons away.
It's our turn to play with the grenade launcher.
Luckily, you keep all the attachments that you earn for weapons. Those are just like permanent upgrades. So when you pick the weapon back up again, it'll have all the stuff you picked up for it. All the new capabilities.
Someone get this arrow off my head! Ah!
No wonder we were able to track him down. That's some reliable intel if I've ever seen it.
Purchase your tracks today. That's the vibe I'm getting from a lot of these songs.
Well, John Body's gonna take that personally, I'll have you know. DJ Gianni B.
Bob asks, how did this town from the Wild West perfectly preserve like this? It's a movie set. It's, you know what, they set this up to stage like test runs of their terrorist attacks, and they've been working at this for a long time.
Since the movie studio days. John Ford shot 3 of his westerns here.
This is his solo though.
They found their high school guitarist.
I wonder if this is who's the guy who worked on Halo 2? Steve Vai? Wonder if this is him as well.
See ya.
I mean, this is what got him the job.
Yeah, it's not his main career.
Not his main musical career. They're like, well, we heard you in Fugitive Hunter.
Who did the guitar solo and Beat It?
Yeah, I'll blow you away.
Oh, that's Eddie Van Halen, isn't it?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, maybe he did it on this.
I really need to stop killing enemies that spawn behind me that are just completely unnecessary to kill. This is the way to progress.
I want to see one of these levels have an objective that's like destroy the cloning vats.
Someone's ringing a bell.
There is a bass in this. It's just so tuned down to the mix.
Well, no, DJ Gianni B. He's not about that bass. That's what sets him apart from the other hip-hop producers. Which he fancies himself one of.
Goodbye.
Don't worry, something else will start playing in a second. Oh, sort of like down-tempo track. Alright. Be perfect for stealth if this game had it. I think we need to do some platforming here.
No, you unlocked the silencer.
The amount of platforming in this game is weird.
Perfect time for the silencer. Never mind.
I don't have my pistol anymore. They took it away from me between levels. Oh, come on.
This song feels like it should be in like a Japanese kind of adventure game where you investigate a murder.
The suspect was found on the terrorist in the Wild West town. Anybody home?
I got recommended this video on YouTube today called "Exploring a Suspiciously French Cave," and it was just this song that someone made that was like exploring a cave music, but there's like accordions.
I think they one-tapped me. Fuck this, I'm going the other way. Because I spy with my little eye.
Invincible.
Also, they start you literally right in the middle of a gunfight. That's messed up.
Well, they spawn you in place. They spawn you in the spot you died.
I like that lean that guy did to dodge the shots.
He moves like they do. Okay, this is not where we need to go.
I swear this game is using some of the same gun sound effects that Time Splitters did on PlayStation 2.
Did it use stock library sounds, Time Splitters too?
Probably, yeah. It's just that mixed with kind of this... Oh, you went from like an urban city level to a Wild West level. Like, if it wasn't for this overall setting, it would be very... Oh, shrug it off.
See, we're not allowed to kill him.
And you're just a contract killer, you old man. I'm gonna teach you a lesson.
He's eaten so many bullets that he's immune to bullets.
That's how you gotta
build up
train
his
it.
immune system.
He's fast though.
With
his kicks.
Sorry if I mispronounced this. Yuan Duar says one of the animators on this became senior animator at Sony Studios, then studio director at EA.
Moving on
another animator on this is now the senior animator at Insomniac.
And John Body is doing fucking terribly compared to those hires.
Good for them though.
Yeah. You got to get the work in to get somewhere.
As a fighting game, these segments just seem so poor.
You don't say.
Because like, one of the things I notice is that the same move will sometimes be safe on hit and sometimes unsafe on hit. So you'll be doing that kick to the shin and they can't react, and then you do it again and then they kick you in the face for it.
Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason to this shit.
See, that's why I was really hoping there was going to be like a multiplayer one-on-one fighting mode in this thing.
So you can dominate us like you did in the Enter the Matrix multiplayer again.
So you could, get a feel for what it's like one-on-one. But the thing is, I realized they wouldn't do that because that would mean that someone would have to be able to play as a terrorist and then potentially win.
They can set up like America's armies, and there's no bad guys, depending on who you're playing as.
So you both play as the American, and you just set up like a screen divider of cardboard, so you only see your guy.
Yeah. You make it work.
Yeah. Though I will say, this
is not easy, by the way.
No, doesn't look. Oh yeah, easy difficulty. I will say, back around this time, the games were a lot more. They weren't afraid to, for example, in a multiplayer match, set you as like historically evil teams that could win the fight. Like I think of a lot of World War II games where, they didn't use the term like Axis. They just come out and say it. So I'm kind of surprised.
Actually, Mr. Taco says that versus mode could be terrorists only, terrorists fighting terrorists. So that way a terrorist would have to lose. That's not a bad idea.
I want to be number one on the
you
top
pit them
list.
against each other.
I want to be the number one most wanted. Well, I want to be the number one most wanted. Let's fight for it.
That's what the theoretical ladder mode would be, to become the most wanted criminal in America. Man, we're making a whole different problematic game out of this.
I cannot get past this fucking fight.
You know what? I don't want to give this game too much.
What is that taunt supposed to be?
I don't want to give this game too much credit for like anything, but it is interesting, the idea to have like an FPS that transitions into a fighting game at certain points.
Unfortunately, the fighting game fucking sucks.
Was this before or after the Terminator, the game they made that had
This is before, but the game does run the same engine as this.
Yeah.
Because, I was about to say, you had, Beatdown out there, which was also first-person shooter and brawler, but that didn't, change perspectives.
I really hope they got the contract
to
Terminator game based on this.
I was alternating between left and right punch. That seems to be the move.
I really hope the rights holder to Terminator saw this and was like, no, that's our guys.
Kick him while he's down.
So, watch your head. Spend your last years in the camp.
Alpha 1, this is Sierra.
I like how the camera chose to focus on this player piano. Do you think it's playing this song right now?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I understand. Proceed to the next target.
There's a player drum kit off to the side you can't see.
A staple of any saloon.
That Terminator game you were talking about, was that the one on GameCube?
I know it's on PS2 and Xbox, to be sure. It might be on GameCube.
There's a Terminator... Oh, wait, no. God, what game am I thinking of? I played a Terminator game on
Redemption?
GameCube.
The one that they made to make a decent Terminator 3 game after the PC one, which was a bad Battlefield clone, and then that one that you mentioned runs in the same framework as this, after those both bombed.
I might have played a different Terminator game.
By the way, we can't go down because I missed something at some point in the level. There's someone still holding a hostage somewhere. Where? We have to backtrack through the entire level so far to find out.
Okay, I don't have the US release dates, but apparently Terminator Rise of the Machines actually came out a couple of days before this, at least in the UK.
Huh.
For some reason, Wikipedia only has the UK release dates, even though I know this came out outside.
For Rise of the Machines? No, Rise of the Machines says North American release date is November 11th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah, so...
Okay, so I
roughly the same
concurrent
time.
development at the very least.
And I've played a little bit of Terminator 3, and the Rise of Machines, and I honestly think the fighting mode is better in the Terminator 1.
I have
than
to.
this.
There it is.
The one I played was Redemption, which is not by the same people.
Yeah,
Redemption is also extremely frustrating at a certain point.
We have to find the answer by ourselves.
Say something nice.
Does
my multimodal thing not count?
I think it has to come from me because I'm the one playing it.
Okay.
Unofficial rule. I've been saying nice things. It's not the worst playing game, except for that fighting part. That fucking sucked. And looking for these dudes, looking for whoever we apparently fucking missed in this level, and having to backtrack to the whole thing. That's not something nice. As far as something nice is concerned, I don't know, I'm just gonna recycle what I said earlier. It's cool that the guns have attachments and customization to them to some extent. That's all I got right now, because now I'm pissed at it. Now it's starting to rear its ugly head a little bit with some of the more questionable design decisions. Yeah, we have to keep looking into all the open windows and see where...
You know what? If this is on the same engine as Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, there's something you could test for me, I'm curious to see, in the options menu.
Sure.
Go to Controls. Oh, can you not change sensitivity in this?
No, why would you need to?
Do you remember the sensitivity options in Terminator 3?
Not offhand.
Okay. I'm sure it'll show up on stream at some point.
This is so
for
fucking
Terminator
brutal.
3 Rise of the Machines.
Coming soon. Maybe on your time slot. Maybe on your upcoming time slot. Should we talk about that? Since I am,
You wanna?
I think we should. I think
you just mentioned it.
Considering I just mentioned, and considering that there's fucking nothing happening in the game right now because this level design is questionable. We're gonna be opening up a new time slot sometime soon. A new day for streaming, a new date and time. To be headed by Johnny Baghead, who is currently present. That will target a European demographic for the stream. Of course, anyone's welcome to join, and it's not going to be exclusively European games or anything, but it is going
more
to
of a
be...
time of day thing.
Yeah, we're trying to broaden the audience a little bit in that sort of way. And we will obviously pop up in there, and then Johnny will pop up on here, and we're going to extend the family.
Chev Shello says, you got to go back to the start of the level, really.
I got the guy at the top of the level. I really thought I had the guy at the beginning of the level.
What does the objective say?
All the objective says is eliminate window henchmen holding hostages. And I swear I've gone to every window.
Okay.
This is hellishly bad. This obscenely bad to make players do this.
I feel like the guy on the radio, when you finish the fighting bit, was talking about going to an extraction point, but that seems completely separate to...
Well, the way we need to go is into that mine, but it gives you a big glaring message that says, no, you can't do that yet. Not until you finish every objective.
What's the dot on the radar telling you? What's that for?
That's where the objective is. The objective we're not allowed to fucking do. We have to clear... I can't believe we're going back. Jump off the ladder. What are we missing? I know it's a window hostage, but what window could we have possibly missed? I feel like I'm very thorough about these things. All right, back once more. Thanks, folks, for tuning in, by the way. It's amazing that we're gaining viewers instead of losing them for something like this. But... Okay, how about the very beginning of the level? Yep. Suck my dick. Yep. Are you fucking kidding me?
Chev Shello was right.
Every shot counts.
Shut up, Seaver. Can't fucking believe that. That is so rude. That is so mean. This is such a waste of time.
Yeah, and the radar's not that helpful when there's like very specific... Oh, sorry. When there's very specific paths to how you get to areas. Because... I thought it was legitimately pointing to that entrance to the mines.
No, not the most useful radar, not the most useful navigation on offer here.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was only 5 minutes of time we wasted, but it felt like 15. And that's probably because I'm streaming.
Yes, thank you, Chef Cello, yes. I like the tumbleweed on top of the... That tumbleweed totally was just rolling on the top of that wall, like precariously.
Hey, you gotta decorate a level. Here we go.
Goodbye.
Thank God for the autosave. That's who we're going after, Lucas Aker. Who is he based off of? No idea.
Security breach.
Nice.
Now, is he saying nice about the security breach that we are directly responsible for?
Nice, I love a good security breach.
Nice, they know where I am.
Car 4 is not an effective sniper weapon, but, no, you gotta make do with what you got. Hey, we got our pistol back. And it's silenced, too, so...
Oh, you do have a melee, right?
What was that?
You have a melee attack, correct?
Yep, R2.
Ah, okay.
Oh, he does a little flip, too. Wasn't this the gun I said had good gunshot sounds, and now you have a suppressor and it sucks?
Yeah, it sounded like a Desert Eagle before.
Well, let's see. Silencer detached. So you can take off the upgrades that you got.
Yeah. Crisis, eat your heart out.
This looks like a bomb. Should probably do something about that if it lets me.
I think that looks like a generator.
Destroy the C4 explosive stash. Find the link to the Also, I don't know if you noticed on that on the title screen. They give us news feed on the people that we've arrested on the terrorist we've captured so far. So, you know, that's supposed to be, like, cool, I guess. It's supposed to make you feel like you're contributing to the safety of the world, I suppose. It's an idea.
I like that canned, like, flying back animation whenever they get shot. With the, shotgun, at least.
That looks like C4. I'm assuming I don't want to just shoot that.
What was the goal? Destroy C4 stash?
That's what they said.
You don't have grenades, do you?
Not as of yet.
Okay, I wouldn't stand right on it. Well, shows me what I know.
Yeah, barely did any damage.
Yeah, luckily you had armor on, so...
Oh, yeah. Little do we know we're wearing a juggernaut suit right now from a bomb disposal suit. Oh!
Whoa!
Good thing I caught that ladder.
Cool.
Good thing I realized there was a ladder there. Otherwise, I would have taken fall damage and died.
Definitely would have broken your ankles doing that, though.
Some health.
The shotgun is appropriately punchy. If we still need to do a say something nice, it's appropriately effective at what it does.
Just put a silencer on it so you can go.
These
you know what?
These enemies having really distorted voices makes them sound like Half-Life 1 soldiers a bit.
And they're dressed for it too. They're dressed in that white.
Okay, it's not a movie I've seen, but there's a part in one of the John Wick movies that I love, where it's John Wick and some other guy in like a crowded like
subway,
terminal or something.
Yeah.
Subway terminal.
Listen, John Wick too.
Yeah, and they're having a gunfight with each other secretly with silenced pistols, and they're just like walking, trying to hide it, and just every now and then kind of peeking over, and going pop, 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 and like no one notices it.
Oh, we have a silencer for the assault rifle now. Speaking of silencers,
so there's a video on YouTube where somebody
made
redid the audio with the actual sound of a silenced
like.
Pistol.
Yeah. No, I remember learning that silencers do not work that way.
No, what they're for is, like, so you can't tell where a shot is coming from, is ultimately what it's meant to be. So, you know, it definitely does, like, you know, make it so if you're shooting in one room, and if you're, like, 2 rooms away, you may not be able to hear it just because the way the sound is dampened there, but mostly it's just meant to, like, mask where the shot is coming from. Because with a gunshot, like an actual gunshot fired from a gun, you know exactly where it's coming from. So, you know, they have their use. They're just not as useful as video games have made them out to be. The same way that video games would have you think that shotguns only work at super close range. You know, just little concessions that we make for the sake of playability that I ultimately don't get too mad about or hung up on. I know people who do. There's a whole wiki full of them.
If a gold is gunplated, it will kill someone in one hit.
That's true. No, that's a fact, yeah. I mean, like, that's why Scaramanga has the golden gun. What's in this room?
Cass, you're the person who might have an answer to this.
Sure.
Do you have a favorite reload in a movie?
John Wick does have some pretty good ones. I like the way that he ejects the magazines from his handguns by just, like, flicking the gun. Like, he does, like, a little thing with his wrist that I kind of like. Also, like, cool revolver reloads, so I'm always very partial to those. I don't know. I'll have to think on that for, like, a specific one. Also, we got a scope for our shotgun. So, finally. Been waiting so long for that. Alright, cool. We're appropriately on top of our objectives.
I'm gonna give the cultured answer, the reload from Grenadier, the anime.
Oh yeah, that's the one with the boobs and the cleavage. Yeah.
Like, say what you want about that scene, but she's very talented to do that.
It takes a lot of skill. You know, like it or not, that's peak performance. That's
like the only thing I can think of off the top of my head is like Equilibrium.
Oh, Equilibrium is super fun too. Where the one that comes out the sleeve. We were watching clips of that last night.
Yeah.
Equilibrium feels like a game that should have got a licensed video game made about it and didn't.
If fucking only. That would have been the best game. I mean, it would have sucked, but it would have been the best game.
we had X versus Sever video games, but no Equilibrium video games.
Yeah, we had 2 of them for the Game Boy Advance. And one of them is really good. One of them is okay.
This sounds like a trap remix of a lullaby.
Well, this is the main theme to the game with
Yeah, K4 Boom said, "What's this rapper's lullaby?" And yeah, it reminds me of, it's slightly different. But there's
Riddick.
A whole college industry. Oh yeah, there's Riddick. There's a college industry of people who make lullaby versions of music, and we're talking like grunge, metal, rap. I highly recommend the lullaby version of Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Oh, I like the Metallica, like Enter Sandman lullaby version, personally.
Yeah, but I really recommend that Smells Like Teen Spirit one because it sounds like a song that should be in a Tim Burton movie. They go super dark with it, and the idea of playing that for a child trying to sleep, it's the most sinister sounding like lullaby melody I've ever heard.
Oh, now we have a scope for the pistol too.
So yeah, maybe you can find lullaby versions of like Gangsta's Paradise.
Do you think a baby would even recognize that a melody is sinister?
Oh, well,
I guess it depends on how sinister.
Let's test
as long as it's like the right instrumentation and the right volume.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know.
The door is locked. Guess we're going this way then.
To be safe, folks out there, don't test that. Don't play like death metal to your babies to see what happens.
Well, there's a whole movie about that. It's called Shoot 'Em Up.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And that baby's sick. That baby's cool.
Yeah, I haven't seen that film, so I'll go watch that and report back.
I like that movie. One of our moderators, Magic Meows, hates how much I love that movie. They think that movie fucking sucks. I think that movie's brilliant. Aren't guns fucking great?
Oh,
it's an anti-gun movie. The whole movie is like very staunchly anti-gun, but it's also like a fun action movie.
Yeah, How Do I Even Exist is confirmed. They found the Gangster's Paradise Lullaby version. Yeah, but now I know I'm gonna get a good night's sleep tonight.
You know what this game should have let you do? Dual-wield pistols. They missed a trick with that one.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't let you do that.
Every other attachment under the sun. Oh, for fuck's sake. What do we need to do?
No song in this game has an ending or a fade out or anything.
I know, it's just... It's like you've got a custom soundtrack on your Xbox.
So much for that shipment. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh, I did it now. Ooh.
This guy's a real dweeb.
But
They really want him to
tone...
be like a Duke Nukem type, but not quite the sauce for it.
This music tone has completely changed.
Nice. Alright, there's apparently a key around here somewhere, by the way, so I gotta find wherever that might be. I'm sure it's in the corner of one of these rooms we've already been in.
Oh, there's some great MIDI trumpets there.
Hey, do we want a Charkie snack rant?
Oh, please, yes, anything.
All right.
Fill air right now.
Open the receiving room.
I didn't even see where that key was when I picked it up. I'm just glad I did.
So I like the taste of the Monster Rehab. This is the tea and lemonade one that I got. But I have a problem with some of these, like, larger ones. Because this is...
Oh, hold.
Oh, Seaver. You're in the wrong country. You're no patriot. You and your militia. Makes me sick. Taking you in. My dead body. So be it.
Well, we can't kill him, so that's... The dead body thread is very empty.
Uh,
Sorry about that.
Take out the Undertaker. Anyway. This is tasty. This is also half a liter.
That's right.
This drink. And within this half a liter is 160 milligrams of caffeine. I could have like a much smaller energy drink with 200 milligrams. There is just not... I have to drink so much liquid to get that caffeine out of this thing.
Leader, you're just a gun runner.
There we go.
Gun runner.
I like the one pain grunt that they pitch up and down.
Oh, it makes it sound like there's multiple pain grunts. It's a brilliant
Go to
technique.
sleep.
I can't. This music.
Alpha 1, this is Sierra 5. I have the fugitive in custody. Request immediate evac on my location.
Wait, that's supposed to be the main character?
Yeah,
talking there?
that's Seaver.
That sounded nothing like him.
You know, your voice sounds nothing like it does like,
oh,
over
yeah,
a phone.
Their radio voice.
Making progress. This game's not super long, by the way. There really is a chance we could finish this in one episode. I hope we do. Like, each 2 guys here represents 1 level, so 1 level, 2 level, 3 level, 4 level, because Osama gets his own. So, you know, we're like a third of the way through the game.
Armando Rojas is the chief of security for Eduardo Perez's worldwide smuggling network. He personally oversees the majority of Perez's operations and has been linked to the Patriots militia group in Utah.
Conspiracy to illegally distribute a controlled substance. Murder.
Patriots.
I've got murder for days here, and I'm giving it away. Anball Gang asks, this is a budget title, right? No.
Wait, okay, so how much did this cost on release?
I think this would have, like, in $2003, like $50?
Sierra 5, you have to work your way up the beach, through the jungle, and...
$40 maybe?
Hacienda. You'll need to
But I just don't think it's a budget game.
security before capture.
I mean, a budget game wouldn't have multiple outfits, wouldn't have different outfits per level, would it?
I mean...
You say that, but I've been watching someone play State of Emergency recently, and that was apparently a budget release.
Yeah, in this case, I would take budget release to mean price to consumer, not necessarily price to produce.
Yeah, that's what I was also assuming. I think this was sold at full price. I think they had a lot of intentions for this.
This map will help.
I was thinking about something I had said during another stream. I guess it was during the Pitiful Party Games stream when I talked about the VMUs, and I said, like, I remember not having one because they were really expensive. And when I looked it up, and I said what it was like $25. And I was thinking about that, and I was thinking like, $25 isn't that much. But I thought, no, that was $25 in 1999 money.
Yeah,
so that would have been
shit inflates
more. Yeah. So this for $50 now is a lot.
Egregious, even.
Yeah.
All right, I see that turret's there, and I don't want to fuck with that.
I did try to look up to see if I could find a launch price. I don't have anything, but I did find out that European US versions have slightly different level music.
Oh yeah, so the So Cold Crew, I believe, is the name of a group that was commissioned to do some of the music. I believe Mr. Ree from the special features, the guy who does freestyle over some of the tracks, was a member of that group. Again, if I had actually written the article, I would have been an expert on this. I would have known all this stuff like the back of my hand, but right now I'm just going off of hazy memory. But I think there was definitely like a rights issue. What I seem to recall is that between the European release, between the delays, between like the several months it took to put the European release together, rebrand it as America's 10 Most Wanted, and do all that stuff, I think they sort of fell out of favor with whoever produced some of the music for the game.
Yeah. Also, apparently the European manual shows Mullah Omar as one of the terrorists despite being absent from both versions. So I don't know what happened there. But that's another real-life person.
I don't know if you were here for it, Charkie, but did you hear us mention that in the European version they swap out Osama bin Laden for Saddam Hussein?
Yes, I did hear that.
All right, very good. Apparently there's a Catalina we need to make contact with, and I don't know where the fuck they would be, but...
Yeah, I couldn't find out the launch price, but you can get a copy of this yourself for around like $9 to $10. So it's definitely a budget title now.
Wait, hold on. How do I get those items up there?
So if you're worried about, you know, like current games costing like $70, $80, you could get multiple copies of this for that price.
What a deal. What a steal. Oh, here we go.
I'm looking for Armando Rojas.
Rojas killed my brother. You can find him at the jungle ruins.
Ruins, huh?
Here's the key of the jungle.
Thank you. I'll see you later.
Here's a key to the jungle. You know, that big door in front of the jungle that would otherwise block our progress.
What? I like the pretense of that discussion. There was no mention of if you were an ally or foe. So there was a good chance that she could have just given that info to someone who was like, oh yeah, where is he? I haven't seen him in a while. Want to catch up.
Found her way up top.
I'm looking for Armando Rojas. Sounds like a joke left on the cutting room floor of The Simpsons. They're like, is this anything? I was like, no, it's. I don't even know what you're trying to get at. Armando Rojas?
You'll understand it after a certain PS2 game comes out.
Because we have predicted this. I love the community of people who think that The Simpsons can predict everything because that they are part of the Illuminati and that the writers are like slipping hints.
Predictive programming.
Yeah. Also, I'm just dropping a bunch of keywords into this stream to see what like Wikipedia article YouTube tries to put at the top of our video.
I'm switching to the silencer again, by the way, because I want to see if... Believe it or not, it wasn't effective.
It's been a little bit since I went to YouTube and looked up Simpsons predictions and then did sort by this month.
Yeah, we had some field days on the Discord and the Discord hangout nights with you just looking that shit up and all was kind of cringing collectively at it. Can't wait to get up there. Until then, this will have to do.
Jesus. There was also looking up Mandela. There's also looking up Mandela effect, which YouTube. Yeah. That's another Wikipedia article you can put up top there. Looking up Mandela effect stuff and people making videos of like new Mandela effect just dropped.
which is a wonderful framing device for it.
Yeah, and they were being serious, but they would phrase it as, "Hey, y'all, just want to let you know about a new Mandela effect that just happened."
Yo, hot off the presses.
I do want to say, go ahead and finish. Yeah.
I was gonna say, and it's just videos of people pointing at things that we all look at constantly, like the McDonald's logo, and saying like, "That looks different than I remember it."
Yeah, the McDonald's logo used to have four, pivots in the letter.
Oh no.
M. Yeah,
it's not even that. It's usually like it was a bit wider than that. Now it's a little thinner.
Yeah,
it's different. Anyway, you were gonna say?
Okay. There was discussion earlier because Cashew mentioned a lot of reviews were quite negative about the graphics, and the early levels. You said, "Oh no, they look fine. They don't look dated for the time," and I would agree. And then we got to this level.
The fog.
We are in Turok territory now.
Yes. Yeah. Like, okay, it would be hyperbolic to say this looks Nintendo 64 because it definitely doesn't. But
you could say it looks like Turok Evolution, which is still damning.
Yeah. Like maybe a Nintendo 64 game that late in development pivoted to like Dreamcast.
This game could have run on Dreamcast, if only.
Yeah, this is rough looking.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, the view distance being limited is something to be sure with the fog, but I don't know. This is fine. Like, I'm not the person to ask about like graphics and what constitutes good and bad graphics because I put up with so much.
Like, I'm not gonna use Metal Gear Solid 3's jungle as an example because I think that's being too
cheating.
Unfair. But I think you could do way better than this on a PlayStation 2.
I will say that the fault of a level like this, of a location like this, and the fog being what this is that I have no idea which angle we came from, and which angle we would need to go in. That's like, legitimate. I think.
I'm surprised they even needed the fog because this is not like a high frame rate game, and it's not that much going on. So maybe it's just an artistic choice.
Yeah, maybe they just wanted to be like, the jungle would be foggy. Oh, Louise PSC asks, what's a TV guided grenade? We should test it out. We should show. That might be the way to go. Remember,
okay,
west.
Sorry, look at this. Go up this hill again and look at this tree. See, this is what I mean by this looks rough.
Well, yeah, the texture res isn't that great.
Like, that looks like a Nintendo 64 texture.
Okay, let's see. I always press the wrong button. Airburst homing grenades. TV grenade.
TV. Oh, it's a...
It's like a Nikita missile. Yeah.
Nikita, that's it, yeah.
And what about the homing grenade? Let's see that, why don't we? I'm gonna aim off center. Oh, we killed that guy. Wait, no, we didn't. Here we go.
No, he hasn't. I hadn't figured out where you were yet.
I think he jibbed. I think I saw like a little chunk of meat come flying out of him and towards us.
I'll have to go back to the stream after the fact. I swear that one of your grenade launcher shots activated the my groin animation.
Well, maybe a piece of shrapnel flew off, hit him in the junk.
I mean, if that's where your shot landed, then
Seifer works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, that's...
Okay, let's progress. I think we've seen everything there is to see in that portion of the
It's
level.
just, you typically associate like an explosive weapon like knocking enemies off their feet, so it was just really funny to see them go like, oh, and then blow up.
Hey, honestly, how shocked would you be to just see a dinosaur come out and attack?
Oh god, the terrorists have enlisted dinosaurs in their service. That's actually the plot of another movie starring that guy from John Wick, that John Stolowski or whatever his name is. Future War.
Okay, yeah.
That's a movie where dinosaurs from the future are sent back in time.
Dinosaurs from the future?
Well, yeah, they track down humans and fugitives in the future to maintain the authoritarian rule, and they send them back to the past to go after... the main character. That's a dumbass movie. I don't know if I'm getting that across how truly stupid that movie is, but it's also very funny.
See, I was thinking of a different movie, which is Theodore Rex.
Oh yes, another
that also
banger.
has That also has future dinosaurs in it, but a very different movie.
Apparently, we're looking for a radio, by the way. That is what I missed the first time around.
Was Theodore Rex the one where they had to have like a special food, or else they would revert back to being like mean dinosaurs?
No.
No, he was just a normal ass dinosaur. Oh no, or was that the one where all dinosaurs have psychic powers?
That one, and that's the one with Whoopi Goldberg in as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's up here? Can I jump up here? Can I Skyrim my way up there if I jump hard enough? No.
I was confused.
Telling me...
I was confused because I was thinking of B-stars when you were talking about food they had to eat to stop going crazy. I was like, that's B-stars, isn't it?
Chad is telling me that I'm thinking of We're Back. I thought We're Back was like the evil thing was like brain drain, which was a food that made them.
No, brain
like,
drain is the thing from Batman Forever, where Riddler looks at the camera and says, "Brain drain." We're getting all kinds of movie references out tonight.
I've seen that movie and I don't remember that, which says a lot about that movie.
Where is this fucking radio that we need to find?
Well, what market is the map pointing at right now?
Okay, people are saying I'm also right about We're Back.
What? Okay, well, I guess that's...
Is this the terrorist leader taunting you? Is this diegetic?
Oh, look at this. It's a secret passage. This must be one of the songs that was removed from the European version. Because it has vocals in it, and I assume that's... It's good to have a vocal track in this game.
Okay.
I said this soundtrack had the vibe of like when you use your own songs in an Xbox game, custom CD, and now this is doubly true somehow.
Okay. Mozafa in chat and my own independent
Friend, the shipment's gone. I'm bringing you in, old man. You're a dead man. Oh, you want to fight? Ah, you like that?
Yeah, sorry. We need to hush up for these epic confrontations.
Mozafa in chat says the We're Back food is brain grain with a G, which makes them smart. And then I looked it up, and there's also brain drain in that movie, which makes them mindless. So brain drain I was right about that, but I was also right about the other movies.
Ah, you like that?
I hate them.
This guy's a punk. This guy ain't got nothing, move-wise.
I did like the dialogue of this fight, where you'd been punching each other for like 10 seconds, and then your guy went, "Oh, you're looking for a fight?"
Perez's men will torture you.
Oh, you're not going to kick him in the head? Oh, no, let's brutalize him a little bit. Okay, cool.
Alpha 1, this is Sierra 5. Fugitive is in custody of my location. Proceed to next target.
Jesus!
Roger that, Sierra.
Okay, yeah, if certain explosions happen, your character just freaks out.
I mean, he's
like one of those
himself.
He's like one of those fainting goats. There's a loud noise, just goes, Jesus, he just seizes up and like falls down for a while.
That's part of his training. That's how you're trained to respond to these sort of like, fright situations. That way you can get back in the fight.
It though. Like he verbally reacts, but he keeps going. Real trooper, this guy.
That's why he's Cypher's finest.
Yeah, I think the knowledge that he'll be able to beat up more like detainees keeps him going.
All right, that must enable us to pass through the dense jungle. Now we've completed our objectives here. All right. This unlocks. You see, it was under lock and key before, this foliage here, but now it's...
All right, opened.
All right, we're after Eduardo Perez.
Wanted for clearing a jungle out.
He's a deforestation. He's actually a villain from Captain Planet that they... had that whole animation getting out of whatever hole he was crawling out of, and... Can I crawl in? No, that's a shame.
No, it got used up.
We can't be a tunnel rat. It's fucked up there's only 2 games that have covered being a tunnel rat in Vietnam. and one of them is Call of Duty Black Ops, and the other one is called Tunnel Rats 1968. Unless, did Viet Cong have a Tunnel Rat level? It should have a Tunnel Rat level. I mean, that shit is harrowing. Like, hey, if any game developers are listening and they're working for a major studio with the money to make, like, a modern military shooter and they want a competitive edge, make games about Vietnam tunnel rats.
Was there an option to go into situations like that in Battlefield Vietnam? Or was that all open? I loved Battlefield Vietnam, but it's been a long time since I played it.
I don't recall. I think I was still playing mostly Battlefield 2 at the time. I think I did not make the jump over to... Time to heal up, by the way. And also, we can quickly switch to the weapon I actually want if I just... Let's also make sure I have the right grenades.
You know what Battlefield I never played, but always felt like I missed out on? Can you take a guess?
2142?
Exactly.
It was cool.
Yeah,
Again, I think I
like,
would stick with Battlefield 2 for the most part, but...
Like, I heard about the Titan mode, and that sounded really cool. Like, having, like, these mobile bases that you had to infiltrate and then take out from the inside. Like, I always loved that shit, like, in Unreal Tournament 2K4, where, like, the assault mode, I think, where you had those, basically, scenario maps.
Yeah, 2K3 had them too, for what it's worth.
Take some of that.
But yes, Unreal style. Doing some sniping. The situation called for it.
What's the current Battlefield? Is it still 2042?
I don't know, because that franchise is fucking dead. The impression I get is that Battlefield is just fucked right now.
Yeah, current might not be the right word.
Last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was the last one released, yeah.
They killed it just like they killed Medal of Honor before it. Way to go, EA.
One of these days I'm going to play those.
I think last I heard, it sounded like they had done one of those, like, 2.0 dramatic, like, changes to the game kind of patches.
That was like more than a year ago, I think.
No. Yep. That's the last time I heard about it.
They had a franchise that people liked. I mean, I have not liked Battlefield since Battlefield 2. I did not like Battlefield 3. Or no, actually, no, the last game I liked was Battlefield Bad Company 2. That was solid. And everyone will tell you that. Everyone will be like, that game is solid. And they're right. That game is fucking solid. But at a certain point, it became way too bullet spongy. The time to kill got way out of fucking hand. Except for snipers, who always kill you in one shot. And it was just like, fuck this. I'm out.
You didn't like Hardline? The one where
believe it or not, no. I did not like the
one where
the
loading,
game.
The one where the loading screen is whoop whoop. That's the sound of the police.
Whoop whoop. I'm sure KRS-One was thrilled about that.
I played that game for the Discord server.
Oh, by the way, I should hit up the link to the Discord server. There we go.
Go ahead. I played that game for the Discord server up to a certain point, and like the problem I had with it was I was just extremely bored.
Yeah, those campaigns never been the strong suit of Battlefield. Yeah. That was just them wanting to ape Call of Duty because they know that campaigns are a big part of Call of Duty, but they never had that sauce. They're too grounded.
If I remember right, it did look like some interesting parts were coming in because they wanted, like, they were slowly building in multiple ways to like get through encounters.
Oh, goodbye.
Oh, he gone.
I think he was meant to fall off the side there, but they didn't really have a contingency or a way to render that.
It's weird. This game has like hit indicators on the screen, but I have so much trouble telling where you're getting hit from most of the time.
You got a problem, pal?
Yeah, he's got a problem. We put 3 bullets in him. He's dead.
You don't like it when I shoot you, huh?
Well, you don't like this? You got a problem with this?
You're really lucky that every door you've kicked, the hinge has gone outward.
How do I get on top of this? I see there's a pickup up there, and I want it.
Ho!
Oh, I found it.
Hey-o!
Oh! Just went old Jim Duggan on us.
Oh, there was a ladder in there, too. I was just completely oblivious to. Thank God for the invincibility. More games should be unafraid just to have mutators and power-ups in them.
Yeah, these hit indicators are not great. Despite the fact they are really precise, they're still really vague at the same time.
I wonder where our objective with this plane is. Gotta be something.
With the very, like, arcadey mechanics and the pickups and stuff, like, I am expecting this game to go fantasy at some point, and I'm guessing it just never does. Oh. They spawn in the boxes?
I believe they did.
Found the tools.
I guess it's a plane blown up. It doesn't look blown up, but...
Yeah, it's that old Trojan horse tactic.
I want that armor. Oh, you can jump crouch in this. You can crouch while you're in midair to get on top of...
I really want to know who did the guitar on these tracks, because they're going
Santana.
so extra. They're going so extra with it.
All right, did
like,
we...
Regardless of the tone, it's just like, you can do whatever.
Was there reserve gas in here that I missed? There's usually, like, they bunch objectives together a lot of the time. Which doesn't help with delineating where objectives are. Can I jump to my death?
Yeah, like,
No,
this is
sadly.
arcadey enough. I'm surprised there's not, like, a mid-gameplay, like, score system. Like, you're not getting...
Like, bonus points for, like, nut shots and stuff.
Yeah.
Prepare for this door to not open. Yep. Okay, so we got to find those reserve gas tanks somewhere. Which means backtracking. Wait, unless that's it? Are these reserve? No, not quite. Are these? No? Nope, we're gonna have to keep backtracking.
Yeah, and the objective marker's just pointing to that plane still.
Yeah, which is absolutely
So,
not where
yeah.
we need to go, what we need to do. Yeah, it must be, like, around here. We must have missed something in this section of level.
I might get this pronunciation wrong. I'm going to say Ian Dewar mentions Urban Chaos was basically that. But yeah. It is slightly reminding me of, like, a very budget take on Urban Chaos. Though, despite the, like, probably problematic theming of playing as, like, a militarized cop, apparently that story goes very well places.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
I don't know if Urban Cop is one that we would play for... Urban Chaos is one that we would play for the show, because it's kinda too good, maybe.
Yeah, having played, like, a couple levels of PS2 version, like, yeah, it plays fine. It's just the tone of it is very silly and weird.
It's also weird to look at it, because it's a Rocksteady game.
It's their first one, yeah.
Yeah, it's their first one. And to look at it and then be able to go like, okay, I can immediately tell where they got some of their ideas for the Arkham games
Yeah, the
from.
through line between...
Yeah.
For what it's worth, John Body, lead of Black Ops Entertainment and lead design and creative on this game, he got to start back in, like, the computer days. He was, like, a bedroom coder back in the 80s. So you can, like, go back and find some of his earliest credits in, like, 83, 85, just programming for home computers and stuff. Where the fuck... Oh, what? Okay, so we did destroy the reserve gas. It is the plane. So the plane did not blow up in that huge explosion. I guess that's on me for not checking the objectives thoroughly. I guess that's on me for not looking and reading it and parsing it properly. So time wasted, sorry. But yeah, I was trying to make some sort of point about how that must have been reserve gas. Okay.
Okay, I was double-checking some stuff on Wikipedia about the developers. I didn't find what I was looking for, but I did find this last quote, which is, the team size peaked at 30 developers during the development of Street Hopes in 2002. Which, even for the time, that is a tiny dev team.
We couldn't blow up the plane. We had to disable it using the tools that we picked up in that same room.
That does explain quite a bit about, like, how their games turned out.
I mean, okay. For a team of 30 people, yeah, the presentation isn't here. The gameplay is spotty.
Yeah, it's more impressive than anything else.
The fundamentals here are solid enough. It's certainly better than their shitty World Is Not Enough game. in other shooters they had made, and certainly better than that Terminator game in terms of fundamentals. But
Up close and personal.
I mean, we're shooting from a distance. We're not up close and
personal.
And
the one game we haven't mentioned is X-Files Resist or Serve.
Oh yeah, I did completely forget to mention that one, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know if that game's good or not.
Yeah, I'm still curious to look at it. From what I can gather, it is basically a weird Resident Evil 2 clone.
Deadly.
So this is not related to anything, but I kind of want to do the thing where I might be the person that that is the vector through which people find this out about. Final Fantasy XIV is coming to mobile. It's getting a mobile version.
Huh.
Just got announced.
That's strange. Is it the full game? Is it like a full MMO? Do you have like your hotbars on screen and everything? Or
let me go check.
That's the thing I forget as someone who's not in the mobile space much. Is like phones have gotten that powerful these days.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that it can run it. I just, how the fuck would you control it?
Well,
I
it
mean,
says,
the hotbar would be all touchscreen. That makes sense.
It says
I guess it's just the movement I would be confused about.
It says controls optimized for mobile devices, so that's how.
I did my time with Final Fantasy XIV. I wasn't much into the social hooks of it, so I was barely getting anything out of it except for, like, you know, the actual gameplay. It was fine. I didn't get much into the dress-up either. I did like my character well enough that I made in it, but I don't know. I think it's just the only MMO I'll ever love. The only one I ever had room for in my heart, or will ever have room for, is going to be Anarchy Online. Funcom's Anarchy Online. That's where it began and ended for me. I played some EverQuest at some point.
I think the one I got the most into was World of Warcraft. And that was only because I had people playing with me. I kind of wanted to get into Final Fantasy XIV only because I knew a lot of people who played it.
Sure.
But at that point, I could not get into the monthly subscription. And this was before the era of, did you know you can get it for free with the blah, whatever that copy pasta is?
I'm taking the scope off this fucking shotgun, by the way, because the scope on a shotgun is absolutely fuck all useless.
I like they allow it, though. I always respect games with gun customization where they just let you get stupid with it.
I like that they can let you take it off. That's like genuinely neat that this game gives you the ability to be like, nah, don't actually need that. That's actually stupid. Yeah. I disagree fundamentally with this.
See, Brent, when I want to clarify, because when I said, like, oh, the developer peaked at 30 before this game came out, so it's probably less, and I said explain things. I kind of mean that in a positive, though, because, like, that is a very, very small team. And obviously there's ways this game is lacking, but it is, you know, again, like, subject matter aside, like, mechanically it does seem decently sound. It's kind of lacking in, like, level design.
And also,
maybe not level design, but like objective design.
And also, to be fair, I can sympathize with peaking at 30.
Silent.
So some of these pain noises, they haven't quite got there yet, but some of them are getting very close to Grape Lady territory.
Ow, 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 ow.
All right, now beat him up. Beat that guy up. Hostage, you're wanted in 50 countries. Come with me.
So how close can you get to that NPC now?
No, how close?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do the test?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now your perspective's all wrong.
I've seen
sadly,
worse.
we don't have iron. Yeah, we don't have iron sights. That's where you can really mess it up. Or if you can crouch into like people lying on the floor, is usually where you can
really fuck like, things up perspective-wise. Well, we'll try that. I'm sure there'll be some dudes upstairs. Yeah. We still gotta get that elevator passcode. Oh, nice abrupt end to that one.
Yeah. Like I said, the songs don't have any sort of ending here. They're just like, done.
Silent and deadly.
You know what would fix it if they had a radio DJ between the tracks?
What was with this dude? Why is everyone who spawns in this room completely...
You're listening to TRST-FM, Terrorist Radio.
Thank God the last bullet was enough on that one. No interactive billiards here. Not living up to the Duke Nukem that they're trying to.
Some of these little synth melodies in these songs make me giggle.
Well, you're not gonna be giggling when DJ Johnny B.
I just like that bit in the song. It goes. Also, I'm just realizing that like enemy name are showing up on the screen.
Perez is refueling his boat below the hacienda. I give you the code to the elevator.
What's that weird chime sound in this
Take
song?
care of yourself. Got the passcode.
You take care of yourself. That's not my job.
Oh, they're not gonna let me skip going all the way around. Come on. Come on.
Like, what is that weird chime?
It strikes fears in the heart of terrorists. That's all that matters. You hear that chime coming, they know Seaver's coming.
Oh, nice. An old school monster closet.
The secret cove.
Like, some of the beats in this game kind of sound like they come out of, like, what was it? MTV Music Generator or Beaterator?
Was it a PlayStation 1 game?
Well, there was a bunch of games like that.
Yeah. I found out recently that that's one of the first games I learned to make music in, but it had a different name here. It was called Music 2000. But yeah, the US version's called like MTV Music Generator.
Like, Beaterator was like the PSP game. That was Rockstar, actually.
Yeah, Rockstar, yeah.
Hope you don't mind if I just snipe all these dudes in advance.
Yeah, go for it.
We got some porno groove playing.
Yeah.
There was some PS1 music game, if I remember correctly. I think it was a Japanese game only.
Let's get up.
Where it was kind of like those MTV Music Generator kind of games, but then after you made your song, you could play your song in a more traditional rhythm game thing.
Oh, that is interesting.
I'm gonna have to look it up. You might be interested in that one, Bag. I think I heard about it in a Sean Johnson video.
Shout Sean Johnson.
K4 Boom says Fib Ribbon. No, that's one of the games where you could put CDs in and it would generate gameplay based on like the wave.
Tough guy.
Not to be confused with Monster Rancher, where you can put the music CDs in and get cool monsters.
I was always bad at Fib Ribbon. It was like the shapes, I could never like burn that into my head, like what shape meant what button.
Yeah, it takes a while to get used to them.
Like that?
I know you're our resident rhythm game aficionado, Charkie.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Bag is also good at them too, in terms of the ones that are like, you know, what are some ones that you play, Bag? Because I've definitely seen you play your fair share.
There's not two that I'm like constantly active on. I tend to go a bit more old school with it. Growing up, I was definitely into the DDR stuff, but you know, I'm a big fan of the, you know, Parappa Lamy games. Guitar Man is really underrated.
Very good.
Were you playing DJ Hero the other day?
Too slow.
No, I need to get that stuff set up again. But I do love some DJ Hero.
Bag, you ever play the PSP version of Guitar Man?
A little bit. If something felt off about it.
I think it is the better playing version. Like, it's slightly more forgiving while still being really fucking hard, because Guitar Man is really fucking hard, but it's slightly more forgiving, but the biggest downgrade is the song Flying to Your Heart is an English version now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just not as good of a vocal take.
There have been like
it might be the version what I was playing it on was the reason it fell off, though, to be fair.
There have been occasions where there have been some rhythm games that I would like to do on this show, but it is kind of hard to talk and rhythm game at the same time.
Yeah.
Although it
I
might
think we
be
have a boss
easier.
fight coming up, so let's hear him out.
Get off my island! How dare you stop my shipments! You're supplying terrorists, you piece of shit! You and your cartel! You like that?
Alright, there we go. He's smoking while he's fighting too, which is really impressive.
Yeah, I like that.
It's maybe easier now that we have the situation where there's 3 of us. Because I feel like I've wanted to do Dog of Bay.
Oh.
Because that is a very peculiar game. And I will say that I think it is one of the worst UIs for a rhythm game I've ever played.
Oh, yep. I thought I recognized that one.
Cavia, if I recall correctly.
And it is Cavia, yeah.
Come on, so close, come on! Eat a punch!
Oh,
there we go!
Yep, magic pixel. I really hope the cigar stays.
Cigar, pal. You'll pay for this, Seaver.
For the cigar?
Yep, it's still there.
Back on my GPS location. I have Perez in custody.
Can't let a good stogie go to waste.
That's attached to the model. That's not going anywhere.
All right, we cleared the first page out. That means there's 3 levels left. Are we committed to this? I think we got to commit to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is a high-ranking member of the Al-Qaeda terrorist.
This face reference is the one really working their character the most, I think.
They're hamming it up for it.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Paris.
They know their role.
He was educated in Hamburg and is fluent in French, German, English, and Arabic. He should be considered armed and dangerous.
Of course he's a top 10. He's one of America's top 10 most wanted. Of course he's going to be armed and dangerous.
He should be considered docile and friendly.
Watch out, he might go for a handshake.
Sierra 5, this is a tough one. Intelligence chatter indicates Ali Benassi, a known al-Saif terrorist, is about to detonate a bomb here in northern Paris. We need this guy alive. Grabbing him is vital to gathering intel on al-Saif's activities. Stay sharp out there. Roger.
Well, the game said we needed him alive, so we have no fucking choice here. Oh, let's put an invisible wall up there. Don't even put like a roadblock or anything. Why? Why would you? Oh, that's right. This is a chase level. This is a legitimate chase level where we have to keep pace with this fucking guy. Oh, that's my grenade launcher, not my shotgun.
I wanted to look at those bus stop ads. Hopefully they
you have to play the game on your own time. It's just like Drake of the 99 Dragons in its chase level.
Excellent.
We have 19 extra lives at this point. Oh, I got completely like lost in a square there. I was trapped in a prison of my mind.
Yeah, I don't bring up much. I'm not that much of a stickler for it, but I am realizing this game is quite a claustrophobic FOV. I think that's why you got stuck in that corner there.
Yeah, I like my 100 minimum.
Yeah, will you wait, pal?
I usually play at 120 if the game gives you the option.
This guitar player. What's the video meme format? Like they're at the wrong gig.
Yes, you ever play that game Hyper Demon, which has like a 360 FOV?
No, but that's sick. I'll play it just for that. Hot damn.
I mean, that sounds like it would make me sick.
Yeah.
Well, I'm made of tougher stuff. I'm an old Quake pro. There are certain games where I would take FOV over FPS, honestly. I'm willing to make that trade. Did that dude jump? I feel like we probably shouldn't try to do that. I feel like there's gotta be another way down. Oh, I see. I see how they did it. Wait for me to reload. Thank you, sir. It's not really a chase so much as it is, I don't know what it would be. What's the opposite of a chase? A wait?
A loiter?
It's more like you're being led around.
Is he gonna pop up a message saying that he's getting away even though he's busy catching his breath in the corner over there?
You never really see escort missions go the other way. Like, you never see escort missions where you're the one being escorted.
That would turn it on its head. That would be a...
Maybe be less frustrating as well.
Do I have my sniper rifle? Yes, thank God. I'm sick of having to snipe with the fucking Car 4.
Up close and personal.
That's not up close and personal. You couldn't get further from that.
Somebody's getting whacked.
Was he an old-timey, like, mobster now? Ah, this guy's gonna get whacked, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a pair of concrete loafers.
Oh my god.
Paris is doomed!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Restart the whole mission. Hot damn.
Sierra 5, this is a tough one. Intelligence chatter indicates Al Ganassi, a known now-safe terrorist, is
Alright.
made a bomb here in northern Paris. We need this guy alive.
Let's see what we can do here.
Vital to gathering intel on Al Safe's activities. Stay sharp out there.
Whoa, what move is that?
He's aiming behind him.
Yeah, with the lean.
Alright, no more fucking around. I don't care if we miss out on weapons this level.
I don't know if it'll happen again. I'm trying to figure out if he actually lost a life because of that or not.
Oh, surely we did. We probably definitely did. Are these guys all just named Al-Qaeda? Just interchangeably with one another?
Very common name.
That's it, we stopped Al-Qaeda.
I guess the implication, well, maybe the plan at some point was there were going to be multiple groups on the stage. It's going to be like Metal Gear Solid 4.
Competing factions.
Yeah.
Alright. I would like to take time to explore, see if there's any, like, you know, weapon upgrades or anything that's hidden around the level, but we don't want you doing that here. Alright, he's getting away. He's on the top floor of this bus. I'm not... Oh!
Yeah. He was not getting away at all.
Think I can make that jump?
Like that guy had no clue where you were in this fight with all this gunfire.
I think I actually need to make that jump. I don't think there's another...
Oh,
to your left.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that did not look doable.
Alright, wait 2 seconds for me, sir. There we go. We're up to 20 now. I think that's enough to get us through the rest of the game.
By the way, just so I don't leave that thread hanging, in case anyone has been waiting for the past 20 minutes, going like, I wonder what that game Charlie was talking about earlier when they were saying you could make your own music and then play it. Apparently it's called Beat Planet Music. So closing the loop on that thing I was talking about earlier.
Oh, I can't just jump across. I have to press X to enter Paris streets too.
Oh, I legit did not think he was making that jump.
He just hit his head on the edge and then fall down.
Conks his noggin, falls to the ground below. Paris is doomed. I think at a certain point we get to go into the catacombs in this level.
Oh, I find Lara Croft down there.
Find the 3 nuke disarm codes. I guess we're gonna defuse a nuke in this level. It's like
Within the next 4
Counter-Strike
minutes.
Condition 0. Oh, there is a time limit. Shit.
Too slow.
Perhaps we should pick up the pace. Now let me be thorough about the first floor, because there could be a code here, for all I know. Oh.
See ya.
This is such a garbage guitar riff.
I think you mean it's fucking sick. I think you mean it's fucking shredding. Getting me completely invested in this action.
Just the guy showing off he can do pinch harmonics.
Oh, that's a little rough. Okay, I wouldn't have included that part of the...
The disarm code.
Alright, I got 1 disarm code so far.
Recorded live in a Guitar Center.
Remember, no stairway. We can't clear the rights to it. Anything else is game. Oh god, this FOV, it really is sickening.
Like, I didn't notice it at first when you were outside, but yeah, once you get into these enclosed areas...
Jesus!
I feel like they did more to him than they did to you.
I guess they are suicide bombers, technically. I guess that is...
Just what I was looking for.
What is happening there? Nope.
Oh,
teleporters.
You got one in, yeah, you got one in the disarm codes.
I phased out of here like Nightcrawler.
I like how some of the enemies you run into are just not ready at all.
Nuclear device.
Despite constant gunfire going off everywhere.
Oh shit. Oh, there's a turret. Oh well. My blind spot. It's all good. Though I do kind of want to see something once we find the nuke.
Some health.
And there it is.
You'll die along with all of Paris. You're done running, Panassi. You're coming in.
Now, I wonder if you just immediately disarm the nuke when this cutscene's over. Because I kind of wanted to see... You know, in fact...
Shoot it?
No, different idea.
Oh.
I want to let time expire. I did a save state there.
Okay.
I'll see if there's a unique...
Yep. This is as much as I can fast forward, unfortunately. So how's your days been?
Yeah, this song's even better sped up. I like it.
Oh, I woke up real late today, so... I wanted to go to the grocery store, prepare for this stream, but it was raining all day anyway, so I don't think I missed anything.
See, I had the opposite issue where I got too early to the point I had to go back to sleep at some point.
Alright, here it comes. Let's see. I want to see if they have an animation for everything blowing up. That's what a nuke looks like.
Yep.
It's a bit more than I was expecting. No, I'll give him that.
Paris. You're done running, Panassi. You're coming in. I blood bomb. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Gonna kick your ass. Ew.
He's a toughie.
That move apparently whiffed. That low kick he tried.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, tough guy.
Let me hit my super. Come on, Benassi. I want to hit my super.
Unfortunately, those mind games don't work on the AI.
I want to unplug his controller real quick. Oh, shit. I guess we're all dead. Each of his punches is like a nuclear weapon going off. Very cool.
Explode. 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 Oh.
I love they gave them like end of fighting game match poses.
There really should have been a versus mode in this game. I don't care if it has to be like a secret. I don't care if you have to unlock it.
Yeah. I mean, I can see the problem that there seems to be one moveset for every character. But still.
I feel like that hasn't stopped games in the past. Like Double Dragon on NES.
Ay, ay, ay. I'm getting progressively worse at it. You can't skip... Oh, yeah, you can't skip this. They really want you to absorb all these blows in slow-mo. To feel every whiff, to feel every hit. Terribly Terrified said Vine Boom punches.
Yeah.
Anball Gang asked, opinion on kittens? They're cute. I like cats. I don't know how it's germane to what's happening here, but...
You like that?
Oh, okay, so you do chip damage on block. Would not expect a game like this to have accounted for that.
Tough guy.
I also think this guy's just doing more damage than you at this point.
That's right.
God.
Yeah, tough guy.
This song is driving me crazy.
Well, guess what? We're gonna hear it again because I'm probably gonna lose this fight. Yep.
Yeah, it's weird. The other levels had multiple. Whoa. Okay, I definitely want to replay that.
I love how janky the animation is on these replays. GoldenEye on the N64 had smoother death cam animations than this does. Yes, I get it. We're gonna burn through all 17 of our extra continues here. Ugh, the blocking is so useless.
Yeah.
But you need to do it, especially when they're lit up, when their meter's flashing, because you need to be able to block the supers.
And it's again considering they share the same moveset, it seems like they don't apply the same rules don't apply to them though, because there's combos you do that they can hit out of, so you can't finish the combo, but it does not seem to work that way for you. You just get stunned if they start that combo. But yeah, see, like that combo he was able to finish, whereas I've seen you do that combo against him and he won't let you finish. He just stops. He stops getting hit when he wants to.
I swear to God, like 90% of our deaths have just been in these goddamn fighting game sequences. Try to incorporate more kicking.
That's right.
What if I try to mix him up? What if I keep going until he starts punching, or so he starts blocking, and then
okay, you see that like very quick like that two hit jab you do with the same hand?
Yeah.
I feel like if you just do the first 2 hits, stop, and then do the move again.
Final fight tactics.
Yeah.
Oh, thank Christ. Now, will we have enough time to disarm the nuke?
Okay, it's handcuff time.
Yeah, that's the pro tip. If you ever fighting like bullshit AI in a fighting game, you just gotta find the one move they don't know how to react to.
Great job out there. The bomb's been defused.
Yeah, good job smacking the guy against the bomb. Didn't want to risk it blowing up.
Look at his fingers on his left. Did you see his fingers on his right hand? It was just like a big chunk of
Roger that, Alpha.
polygon there.
No, I am noticing his American flag tattoo though. On his other arm.
Man, he's gonna be it's gonna be so annoying for him if Puerto Rico ever gets like made into a state. He has to go and get another star.
Now we got to compare this game's Catacombs level to the Catacombs level from Medal of Honor Underground on the Game Boy Advance.
Oh, look at that skull texture.
That's awesome. No notes. I wonder if we can actually do this level semi-stealthily.
And I'm sure, you know, with the amount of behind-the-scenes special of, I'm sure these are all referenced.
We went to the actual catacombs.
Yep. One-to-one recreation.
Alright. How do I get up there? I don't know wherever those are. There has to be a way up. Over here, maybe? Can I jump on that and then use that to transfer here? Yes, I can. And it's something we already have max capacity on. Probably TV grenades.
There's something I want to test if you go up to that sarcophagus. I think that's the name for it.
2 seconds.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, back up a little bit. I want to just see the text. So you're probably going to have to aim. There we go.
I'll take a photo real quick.
Here's the Major's rest in peace. It did work. There you go. So that's... I don't know who the Major's is, but apparently that is actual text.
Oh, is that the whole catacombs? Sorry, I had to sneeze there. I couldn't mute in time.
You're too late. The spores have been weaponized.
Would you have rather the stage, like, dragged out longer?
You and your chemistry set. Our safe cannot be stopped.
I suppose not, but...
It's a thing that's only something I would notice, but I do find it really interesting. They got a guitar player for all these back-end tracks, but it... Like, if there is a bass line, it's always synthesized.
That's right.
Which just... I don't know, that pops me personally, because it just makes me think that this is one of those guitar players that's just like, yeah, well, I'm not playing bass, though. I don't play bass, I play guitar.
Alright, note to people who might want to play this game for themselves. Circle button.
Okay, so it seems like the super combo they can use to, like, break out of hit, like, combos.
God, I still fucked up, but at least we made, like, some pretty good headway on that.
At least we got this, this animation again. Oh, I am Headful City's health regenerates?
That can't be right.
We'll keep an eye on it. Oh, you see, they're from the same group, so they have the same winning animation. Oh, no. Yeah, stop fighting him.
Yeah, I do see it ticking slowly.
Yep.
Whatever, it's easy enough to outpace. And our health regenerates too. I saw our health also regenerating.
Yeah, very slowly, but yeah. I think the enemy regenerates faster than you do.
Oh, okay. I was starting a fan theory that this guy had, like, nanomachines, like Vamp from Metal Gear Solid 4. But nah, if you both have them...
That's right.
Oh, tough.
Yeah, tough guy.
Come on.
Come
on. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, if there was a way to only do the first 2 hits of that combo, I feel like that could stun lock enemies.
Lucky for you, you're worth something alive.
Always with the kick.
Now stand back up so I can punch you and kick you. Okay.
Oh, come on. You've already done that combo.
Alpha 1, this is Sierra 5. Fugitive...
Repeating moves does less damage the second time around.
Roger that.
I just figured if this guy was serious about his job, he would have specific combos he would do against his armed detainees.
Can I jump in the water?
Unarmed, I mean.
Let's get up close and personal.
Look at that rat swimming.
That's not how scopes work. Does this guy think a scope physically transports you forwards?
Look at these rat animations, or lack thereof. Awesome.
It's because they're swimming on the water. They're just... Oh, never mind. I can't bullshit explanation.
Good. Thank you.
Oh, hang on. Can we read the textures on these?
No, that's absolutely fucking illegible.
So we get an AI upscale on it.
Yeah.
Which will seamlessly...
worse.
I just want to see what the hidden message is in Fugitive Hunter.
Nice.
God, this is the most labyrinthine part of this catacomb.
Too slow.
I like the guy who's standing guard with his back to like a small cubby hole someone could crawl through.
No one would think to come through there. Alright, how do I get up? Platforming, that's how. I'll just do this as long as I'm invincible.
It's so weird this game has platforming.
There we go. Picking up dragon fuel. Are we gonna pick up a dragon anytime soon? It would be perfect for clearing out these corridors.
I was gonna say nice no scope, but that one's okay.
No, it hits on target just fine. This is before the era where not firing a sniper rifle with your scope in would just make your aim completely cattywampus. Alright. How do we do this? Crouch jump doesn't work. It must be this. And then...
What are these you're jumping on anyway?
Piles of bones. We are in the catacombs. There we go. That's what I call getting up. Oh, that's grenades! The problem is the grenade launcher looks very similar to the fucking tac shotgun. Can't go there yet. God damn it. What did we miss? Find the incendiary weapon, so we have to get the dragon before it lets us progress. They don't want us to miss out on a weapon. God bless them. Do you hear that chugging guitar riff?
Yeah.
We're going back. Through the tunnel system again. Okay. It also said something about the spores. So if you see any spores floating around or any suspicious boxes... Got that, or we don't need that. It's gotta be there. It's gotta be this. This is my theory. Ooh, whoa.
What?
Okay.
I still can't believe this game has platforming.
Hey, what up?
As everyone knows, sound does not travel through catacombs. That's why these guys didn't realize anything would happen.
God damn it! I went backwards because I'm a fool. Totally took care of those dudes though.
Just what I was looking for.
Just what we were looking for. We needed the flamethrower. We really needed it. I think this is a secret room. Will it let me through here? Yeah, with a crouch jump it will. Alright, now to find the spores. Wait, let's double check. Incinerate. Okay, so it's specifically with the...
Yeah. The dragon.
Just what he was looking for.
Need to get the Mario voice in there. Just what I needed.
I'm trying to figure out if that like vaguely foreign track that plays sometimes in this level, if it keeps getting cut off or if it's just only like 30 seconds long.
These are the
and
spore
it goes
samples, by the
this.
way. Must be more. Do you think they're backwards in the level or forwards?
I do want to say you went past one. If
God
that's
damn it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better to check it now than to have to circle back later. Frustrating as it is.
Yeah, I remember seeing one like in a corner of a room. Yeah, back this way. Yeah, now turn around. Yep.
Additional spore samples remain. Again, they can't just highlight these. Well, I guess they do have some point on the radar here. Let's see if it matches up. Let's see if it corresponds.
they didn't for the others, though, so...
This is the entrance, so... No, nothing. It must be ahead. It must lie ahead, the last one. Unless it was in that room over there. Just to be thorough.
No, that's a barrel of hooch, that looks like.
Oh, I'm needing that right about now. Okay. Yeah, nothing in this room. Crouch jump. Going back down. Yeah, this level design really is like the Achilles heel of this game, but there's one to point to, besides the fact it's completely tasteless and, you know, cashes in on tragedy and all that stuff. Putting that aside, this bad objective placement. They should have had it so that either A, you highlight these things on the radar, consistently so, or B, that you can just skip some of these side objectives. You have, like, essential objectives and side objectives. Do the GoldenEye thing where, you know,
That's
on easy mode, you can just skip them, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Additional spore samples. Oh, this has to be the last one.
You know what? I think some of them were highlighted, but not the order we've done them in. Because I think that marker was pointing to that last one you did. Even though we had others to burn before that one.
Yeah, not particularly well implemented.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I guess this radar doesn't support, like, multiple markers on it.
Oh, great. The catacombs continue.
I'm starting to wonder with these back-in tracks, the, like, instrumental ones with the guitar, if they were, like, pre-made songs that just a guitar player's just riffing over. That's the vibe I'm starting to get from them now. You know, like, they brought them from some, like, Beats sound library.
Jam communications, find travel docs, find and capture Drobek, and find the exit. Okay. Again, very attentive guards.
I do like the motion capture, like, death animations, though, as goofy as they are.
Yeah, I mean, they did do mocap, and, you know, it's always fun to see it.
Some health.
I mean, particularly the one with the shotgun, where they just sort of fly backwards in slow motion.
And some wire work in the studio. Oh, shit. Okay, what's this? That must be the communication.
Maybe.
Nope, can you shoot the soda cans?
All right, do we want to put money on this? Do we want to bet if this will actually break or not?
No,
TVs have not broken in this game.
I can't put money on it, but I'm going to say there's no way this breaks. All right.
All right, you owe me $5,000. As agreed upon. Okay. I am surprised that broke, because so much of the other shit in this game doesn't break. What about the cans? It's great. They don't bounce around or anything. They don't physics. They just shatter too. Awesome. All right, where's that little, like, fireman's pole here? Uh-oh.
Bye. Oh, that didn't do that much.
It did half my health. That's not nothing.
And that was enough of a height that I was like, oh, that's gonna kill you.
Whatever sound effect is playing, I thought it was part of the song, and that it was horribly off time.
See ya.
Maybe it is part of the song.
What does this sound like?
It sounds like water droplets inside a cave echoing. You hear that?
Hear it.
It is absolutely supposed to be the sound of water in a cave. But it is louder than gunshots.
I do hear it, but yeah, I can't tell if it's part of the song or not.
Alright, let's hear what this guy has to say.
Oh man, this guy's drip.
You Americans, you
can invade any country you wish. You'll soon see you're dreadfully mistaken. Done funneling money. I'm closing your account, pal. You'll never find all my accounts.
Wow, what a taunt. You'll never find all my accounts to close down.
Okay, yeah. This guy's health regen's too quick to just...
I have 84 sock puppets accounts on Twitter.
Patanator. Yeah, it looks... I just wish there was a way you could cancel that third animation so you didn't have to do it.
You like that?
Alright, here we go. You have to mix it up when he starts blocking.
Oh.
Incredible AI, comparable to Rise of the Robots.
Mm-hmm. We've got some pro tip from Video Game King here.
Let's hear this. Let's hear this coming up.
Yeah, tough guy.
Okay, I'm gonna kick you in the head, and I want you to stand back up. Thanks. Nothing?
Sierra 5, I have a fugitive in custody. Request immediate evac on my location.
Yeah, Video Game King wants to see the out of bounds shenanigans.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Just remind me when we get there.
Okay.
Oh, is that the end of the level? Why did we need to trigger the end of the level? Why every other level has ended as soon as we beat the guy?
Yeah. I like that being that guy got you a new song that we only got to hear for like 20 seconds. Oh.
All right.
So is this one level left here, or is this two?
I suppose we'll find out.
Dr. Al-Nur is the special weapons expert of the Al-Qaeda terrorist organization. He is personally responsible for training...
Well, the tip apparently is that you hold back on the left analog stick before it loads. You might have to try some multiple sections.
Suitcase nuclear devices for Al-Qaeda. Proceed with extreme caution.
I'll start holding backwards at the beginning of every level if I have to. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? We go out of bounds, as we're trying to do.
LZ Vulture in sight.
Oh, 5:30. That's way too early in the morning for me. I could never be a member of Cypher.
Dirty nukes, and an American journalist is being held by his men. Radio me when you found the suitcase nukes, free the journalist, and have Elner in custody. Roger that, Alpha 1, I understand. We'll radio you when ready for extraction. Sierra 5 out.
Oh, just in time for the last level. New gun. Better be attachments for it.
TV guided grenades.
Yeah, those are the ones that you control the trajectory of.
Just TV guided, because it makes me think of like change the channel past CBS to grenade.
Oh no, it's not on channel 3. It's one's set to channel 4.
What is this little jungle gym you're in?
Well, those are training
you're
grounds.
in the training grounds.
Ah, okay.
So they put a tutorial level right at the very end of the game.
Better late than never. Think I can grab onto that? No. You think I can platform onto that? Nah, I'm not even gonna fucking try.
It's a weird thing with this song where the instruments here, like obviously it's probably not very accurate to the actual setting, but it, like the general aesthetic fits, but the tone of the song is so off for this.
Not so bad.
Well,
here comes the guitars.
Some of these songs
Seaver
have
says
like
not so
really,
bad, so.
But a lot of these songs have like bootleg Metal Slug vibes to them. Like, I've yet to play Metal Slug 3D just because I know it's bad, and I feel like when I do play it,
it'll be for us.
Yeah, unfiltered. Yeah, no spoilers. But if someone told me some of this music was from that game, I'd go like, yeah, sure.
If this was like a Duke Nukem, if this was a real Duke Nukem, he'd pick up the weights and be like, man, these guys can't lift for shits. Bunch of weaklings. Just pick it up with one arm. Get ego points for it. No bullet penetration, that's unfortunate. Hell of a time to realize it this late in the game, but... Okay, no, so there's only one way to go here. Any items behind here? No. Can someone read Chev Chelios' comment? Because I know the answer to it.
Okay, I'll read it. Yep, yeah.
You got it?
Chev Chelios says, "Hey, speaking of Metal Slug and 9/11, there's a bootleg Metal Slug game that opens with an FMV of 9/11 and has
Game
you
Boy
invading
Color,
Afghanistan."
terrifying
Yes.
9/11. It is a full-on demake of Metal Slug that happens to be paired with cutscenes featuring George W. Bush talking to Osama bin Laden and taunting each other. But it's also just like a decent version of Metal Slug, surprisingly.
Yeah. If it didn't have that weird juxtaposition over the top of it, it would be incredibly impressive. To be a it's based on Metal Slug 1. And yeah, it's very impressive, but it's very tonally iffy to put that real world stuff over it.
Oh, we got the vocal theme now. That's how you know we're near the end of the game.
Yep.
Suicide bombers.
Trying to figure out what the line about blowing up high rises is about, because I don't think that's come up in the game.
Well, there's mentioning general terrorist things. Come on. Here we go.
You ever look at that Tumblr account, just terrorist things?
Just little terrorist things.
That probably is a Tumblr account. I'm joking, but someone probably made it and got it banned.
Members of the terrorist fandom, rejoice.
Yeah.
We have a new aesthetic blog. Maybe they're the ones who made that clip that I saw on C-SPAN of the German Naruto OP.
Yeah.
I have a good question from the chat for you, Cass,
Please.
from Hamburgan. So, is this better than GoldenEye Rogue Agent?
Yeah. You know what? Yes. Almost unconditionally, yes.
I mean, you haven't stepped away from this one, so.
I mean, this is something. What's happening here, you know, lame and jingoistic and, you know, as tasteless as all this may be, there is something to be said for, like, vocal theme kicking in while you're storming an Al-Qaeda camp. I mean, that thing to be said for it is that it is pandering, that it is, you know, very hoorah, that it is, you know, very specific moment in time that this game exists in, that this game inhabits. But this would have, I imagine, people who could have made it this deep into the game, crowd would have been pleased. They delivered on what they wanted to deliver on. They did it with a competent degree of gunplay, with a decent variety of objectives and of weapons, an alternate fire mode on said weapons.
Yes, yeah. That's a great point.
The customization, the personalization, I guess, in that sense, the player expression, that's the word I'm looking for here. I mean, it exists. For all its faults, and God knows there's plenty of them, that beyond the tastelessness that are, like, you know, amount to mechanical stuff, Rogue Agent to me is just straight up, like, badly designed from top to bottom, like complete waste of mechanics in it. This game leaves nothing on the table. Every decision made here was conscientious, and every mechanic they implemented, like, carries through the game. These are all things that cannot be said of a game that had 300 people working on it in GoldenEye Rogue Agent, that had some of the top talent in the industry, in the film industry, in the game industry, all working together on it. And this game that was made by 30 people with a dream to capitalize on American fears in post 9/11 America, is shockingly competent by comparison.
I'll say, as someone who is I'm gonna say this now, a partial defender of GoldenEye Rogue Agent. After watching the full playthrough, even my opinion changed on that. But that game just, it drags, and, like, say what you want about this, but, like, this is a very concise, tight game, whereas GoldenEye Rogue Agent, like, doesn't know when to just, like, enough is enough. Where, like, I think, like, a lot of its problems would have been... It's a weird thing. It would be more forgivable if it had been much shorter, but also at the time it would have been lambasted for it.
Where this game is like an action movie. It is... We're going to finish it within 3, maybe 4 hours tops. not 4 hours, like 3.5 hours. I think is probably like the. We're so close to the end of it.
Yeah.
And, you know, people will complain about this game being short, but fuck, I'd rather have a concise, tight, action-packed 2.5 hours than an excruciating 9 hours.
Yeah. I saw someone this get mentioned recently. I forget where I saw this, but it was talking about the Silent Hill 2 remake, and there's one of the criticism about it is that it's really extends the length compared to the original game.
Gotta get your dollars out of it.
Yeah, and I saw the counterclaim. Someone said it's like, but it's only about 14-15 hours. How is that like super long and outstays its welcome? And it's like, well, because depending on how a game's designed, it's not about the length, it's about the length within the context.
It's about how densely packed said time is. And also, you can have a game that's fucking exhausting because it's relentless. A game needs to have ups and downs. It needs to have moments of, like, quiet in order to make the moments of, like, action feel that much more impactful. Even that doesn't mean slowing down the action, you know, or like, you know, like a game will add stealth sections, not just because, like, you know, people complain about needless stealth sections or unnecessary stealth sections in games that don't warrant stealth sections, but like those are implemented with the purpose of changing the momentum.
And that's like, again, I brought up Silent Hill 2 remake, but that's beside the point. It's just that reminded me of where I heard it. That there's games I've played that I really like. They're only about 12 hours long and outstayed their welcome. Like where I got to like the 8-hour point, and it's like, yeah, no, this game's done everything. Like putting you into like a slightly different looking location doesn't add anything. And it's what is it, like the kind of famous tweet now? The guy saying like, I want shorter games.
Video games, that look worse, and I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
I think we need to blow up these tanks, by the way, and I'm betting that you have to jump on top of them and then toss a grenade in them. I'm betting that is a little animation that will play out once I figure out how to get on top of this shit.
Suicide bombers.
Famous last words. Suicide bombers.
Psycho Mantis. Suicide bombers.
Let me on top.
It's funny enough, because I was thinking of, which Metal Gear Solid is it where Otacon asks Snake about the time he took on a tank just using grenades?
Metal Gear Solid 4.
Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah, that's where he says, Snake, you're the shit!
You're the shit! Not quite as cool as that moment here, but still.
Okay, this is what I missed earlier. Wait,
this
no?
guy's...
Is it not?
I guess because that tank's in a pit, you don't have to worry.
To be honest, not 100% sure what you're trying to achieve.
We're trying to blow up tanks. Look, I mean, if we don't do it now, we're going to have to backtrack for it. Because of the wonderful mission objectives. We have to disable 2 tanks. I got all the suitcase nukes that apparently...
Just 2, though.
So I'm
was it?
betting there's a tank that I totally ignored earlier because I forgot about the objective, because I forgot to check the objectives.
So was that first stage that we did a flash forward to now?
No, that was the flashback. That was the inciting incident. That was what got Sievert out of the military and into this bounty hunting gig. But you'll see that the game does come around full circle. The level after this, the true final stage of this game, takes place in the first level of the game.
Uncharted 2! Now I know where you got your ideas from.
I'm gonna kick myself when I backtrack all this way and there's no fucking tank here. When I've just wasted my time, the viewer's time, your precious time, my co-host. But you have to check. You have to fucking check these things in this game.
Yeah, and also this game, you know, not being clear about its indicators. Hey, look at that. You got airburst grenades.
Okay. I'm glad I checked. Despite everything, I'm glad I checked.
Some health.
Alright, let's get back.
I noticed the game is kind of backed off a bit on the respawning enemies from like earlier in the game.
No, no.
A bit, a little. Like I feel like if this was like the first or second level of the game, like, you wouldn't have this moment where there's no one trying to kill you.
Sure.
I'm guessing what it might be mechanically is that enemies will only respawn ahead of whatever there's not a checkpoint system in this game, but there must be, you know, checks
triggers,
triggers you're hitting. So it's like, okay, once you hit this, enemies will only respawn ahead, which I'll give them. That's good. You could have fucked that up.
Yeah, the infinitely respawning enemies. Oh, okay, now we can blow it up.
Well,
fucking whatever. At least that takes care of it. Now
like that unnecessary roll that would not have protected your guy from doing that move where he could have just...
No, he has iframes.
I know, but he could have just pulled the, you know, not pulled the pin so early and given himself time to move.
Well, he knew he had the iframes.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, very good. And that's everything we need to do.
Only you had the roll mid gameplay. Like
Shh. I'm gonna kick your ass. You can't stop us. We'll release biological agents into America. Shit. Time's up.
I think that was our first cuss word.
No, he said shit earlier.
Oh, okay.
He called another guy a piece of shit.
You like that?
Also, this guy's very authentic accent there.
Yes. It's a good thing he speaks English. It's a good thing he speaks with an accent, so we know that.
Oh, yeah, it's that thing where, yeah, you learn the language and you only hear specific accents, so that's the accent you adopt. Yeah, no, I get that.
Look, this guy's a shit fist fighter. Probably because he only has the one eye. He has no depth perception. He can't tell when it's coming from the right.
Okay, I do love that rapid, like, one-hand punch. Just completely locks down the enemies.
You're worth something alive.
Now let's see if we start getting shot at the second this cutscene ends. Because I
head,
didn't kill any of the enemies in this room. Yep.
Yep.
Thank God they waited patiently for me to...
Yeah.
And we'll let him beat the shit out of him while he's handcuffed too, and then we'll hop in.
Is he done? Is he done now? I don't want to interrupt. Is he done? Okay, I think he's done. Shoot him.
Get to the helicopter landing pad for extraction. Okay, if they say so. Again, why this level couldn't just end as soon as you knock that dude's ass out, but
Yeah, it is weirdly inconsistent as some levels just end immediately and some don't.
I guess we are backtracking the beginning of the level, or...
You know what, I feel like the music for this stage has been some of the most competent so far.
Tonally, at least, you know, like I said, I'm guessing the instrument set's probably not going to be very accurate, but at least it fits the general vibe.
It also doesn't, like, bug me. I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Here it is. We're nearing the end.
Hold back on your controller.
Oh, yes, good.
Not here, I guess. I have seen it in motion. I've seen this in motion,
Did you just find the sniper rifle behind you, though?
Yes.
Or is it just... Okay.
They wanted to make sure we had it for this level.
Yeah, couldn't put it in your inventory or anything.
Alright.
Yeah, it's weird that these last two tracks feel like they were actually made for these levels.
This is the level. I think this is the level where you can go out of bounds, because I think there is, like, some wonky...
Yeah, like I said, I've seen video of it.
I tried. Folks, if you're curious, you can look it up yourself.
Yeah. I think it's like, when you're going into the caves...
Oh, maybe.
At some point.
I mean, I'll keep trying between screens.
Because I remember it was, like, when you go out of bounds, you can see, like, the whole compound or whatever. Speaking of the whole compound, you remember those... This has been memed to hell and back, but you remember those old, I forgot what magazine it was, maybe like a Newsweek or something, that showed, like, hypothetical, like, what Osama bin Laden's mountain fortress might have looked like, and it was like a fucking Dr. Evil lair built into a mountain.
What was with that dude? Why couldn't I kill him, and then where'd he go?
Somebody's getting whacked.
I'm not going to. I was tempted to gaslight you and just be like, what guy? Because they just disappeared.
Cue the X-Files scene. Wait, that's their next game. That's the studio's next game they made.
But no, do you remember that? Those, like, in the fervor of, like, post 9/11, where they were saying, like, oh, Osama bin Laden, like, must have, like, a Bond villain-esque lair built into a mountain with all these tunnels and huge facilities.
All I remember is the Saddam Hussein hidey hole graphic that everyone was posting for a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time, but I felt like it looked a lot like the XCOM Enemy Unknown Underground Base kind of looking thing. The thing I'm going to mention, because I think this ties in, even though Saddam's in the other version, that you bringing that up though reminded me of the alleged rumor that Saddam Hussein, I think it was Saddam Hussein, was
the PS2s,
stockpiling PlayStation 2s and turning them into supercomputers.
Yeah, I do remember. I think I referenced that a lot too because it's such a funny fucking bit of scaremongering.
Now, see, if it was a PS3, I would have believed it.
Well, he actually just wanted to get all the copies of Fugitive Hunter War on Terror, and he needed a PS2 for every one of them.
I think the argument was like, oh, it's because they're so cheap. But even then, it's like, but it's... Have you looked at the specs? Like, it is not a... You know, for the time, what it was doing, it's fine, but... I can't even remember what specifically the PlayStation 2s were supposed to be doing exactly. Like, what were they calculating?
This is where the helicopter crash happened, by the way, if people want to... They cleaned it up in the years since.
Because the story wasn't like, oh, he's networking them together and they're training people on games. Like, no, apparently he was supposed to have been
building a
using
computer.
them. Yeah, supercomputers, like networking them together and combining the processing power.
Can't go there yet. I feel like I need to backtrack because I feel like there's another passageway that we skipped over earlier, and I wonder if there's an objective.
Which now, just for funsies.
If you try to look up Osama PlayStation 2, it's just this game.
Well, it's Saddam Hussein who?
Oh, Saddam Hussein? Oh, I'm sorry. I misheard it.
Well, they're both dead, so it's... Cool, more RPGs, even though it's like maybe the most useless weapon in the game. Can I blow this up? This huge stockpile? No. Of course not. Alright.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think the PlayStation 2 had, 32 megabytes of RAM. In perspective.
Okay, so...
oh, this does loop. This is the... Okay.
So, 4,000... They claim that 4,000 PlayStation 2s were purchased in the United States and shipped to Iraq.
That's so bad.
Let's see. And I'm reading a news article, I guess, quote-unquote, from WorldNet Daily.
The source you can trust.
Which is apparently where this originated from. There's 2 government agencies are investigating the purchase because the PlayStations can be bundled together into a sort of crude supercomputer and used for a variety of military applications, say intelligence sources. Quote,
not very intelligent sources, if you ask me, but...
Quote, most Americans don't realize that each PlayStation unit contains a CPU, every bit as powerful as the processor found in most desktop and laptop computers, said one military intelligence officer who declined to be identified. Beyond that, the graphics capabilities of a PlayStation are staggering. PlayStation can produce mind-boggling effects. 5 times more powerful than that of a typical graphics workstation, and roughly 15 times more powerful than the graphics cards found in most PCs. The PlayStation is 15 times more powerful, than the grgraphics cards found in most PCs, because the PlayStation
PCs that are used to develop these games, mind you, that are used to. Oh, wait, no.
Back to what the article is saying, a single PlayStation can generate up to 75 million polygons per second.
They do mean PlayStation 2 in this article, though.
Yes, they do. Yes.
Yeah.
Polygons, as noted in the DIA report, are the basic units used to generate the Surface 3D models. Extremely useful in military design and modeling applications.
Ay. How did we win the war on terror? I guess we didn't.
We lost. We lost that one and the war on drugs.
I know what you're talking about. I remember famously that document. Well, I watched it in the documentary about Half-Life 2 I watched, where the game was too powerful to run on PC, so they had to put it on PlayStation 2.
Yeah, that's how it works.
And to answer like Johnny's question of like what did they say they plan to do with this stuff, back to quoting an expert, I guess. Applications for this system are potentially frightening, said an intelligence source.
They could set the sickest LAN game ever.
One expert I spoke with estimated that an integrated bundle of 12 to 15 PlayStations could provide enough computer power to control an Iraqi unmanned aerial vehicle, or UAV, a pilotless aircraft. Bundled PlayStation computers could also be used to calibrate ballistic data for long-range missiles or in the design of nuclear weapons, they add.
This is why Sony has made the VAIO computers at a certain point. They're like, well, shit, if they want to use it for this stuff, we'll build the computers for them. We'll build them to specs.
So, I'm trying to remember.
Terribly Terrified says you could not make this up. No, I mean, I would say the intelligence agency made it up, so.
So, I'm trying to remember. So, the PlayStation 3, I know you could install Linux on. So, in theory, maybe the PlayStation 3, you could have, like, got a bunch of them, land them together, and done some, like, you know, offload code into them.
I mean,
in fact, I remember
talking about folding it home.
Yeah, there was an app on PlayStation 3. I don't know if it was in all regions, where you could leave the console running and it would
oh my god, I know
calculations for like a medical university.
Yep,
where
that's folding it home. Folding it home. Yeah. That's exactly it.
But I'm trying to remember if the PlayStation 2 let you install any like custom OS on it. I know there was not. It wasn't as expansive or big as the Yorose. But there was some version of that you could do on like retail PlayStation 2s. I would obviously as bullshit. Like everything in that story was bullshit. But I would love someone, you know, obviously not to go the full like 4,000, but actually figure out what you could do computing wise by networking PlayStation 2s together.
I mean, that to me, it sounds like, I mean, I'm uneducated in these things, but to me, it's saying putting 4,000 PS2 computers together makes a supercomputer sounds the same as saying if you connect 100 Ferraris together, you could go 1,000 miles per hour.
By the way, can I just say that having the backtrack at the beginning of that level because I thought I had to blow up that thing earlier and I did not even think to interact with it. I mean, that's on me. To call in the air support, which, by the way, why do we need to call in air support? Don't we have a radio? Why do we have to use enemy communications to call in air support? I just don't get it. I do not get the objectives in this game.
Unless you're tricking the terrorist into attacking
bombing
themselves.
Their own shit. Yeah. All right, now that door has to open, wherever it may be.
Also,
I am getting lost in these caves.
I could be wrong. Does this song have... I'm not going to do the sound, but the very stereotypical...
Yeah. It's woven into the song.
Okay, it's not the exact sound. It must be from like some sample CD of like tribal chanting free.
I think we're nearing the end. Which is good because we're at the 3-hour mark.
Hold back.
Oh, hold back. Hold him back.
Maybe, I think it might have had to have been while the level actually was loading. I think this is the level. Oh, well, you can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, sorry, folks. Or you can play it for yourself. And look, there's the PS2s lined up.
It'll only take you about 3 hours to get to this part.
Also, last point on the whole PS2 Saddam Hussein thing. I do love the quote about most people don't realize PlayStation 2s have CPUs in them. Just because that quote's like not wrong, but the end conclusion of that is so wild.
Did you just say, "Oh boy"?
Yeah. Like that quote's technically true because you know most consumers wouldn't know what a
fucking CPU is in the first place. Yeah.
I remember when God, what generation was it?
If you name the console, I could tell you.
Oh, I mean, no, I know what the console generations are. I'm just saying I don't remember if it was for the Xbox or the Xbox 360. So
Oh,
I don't know if
okay,
it was
okay.
6. I don't know if it was in reference to the 6th or the 7th. I have to say it must have been 7th gen. That when 7th gen was happening, and there were some guys at school who were talking about like what systems they wanted, and they were kind of like being dismissive of the Xbox 360. They're saying, "Oh, that's not a real video game console. That's just a computer." It's like,
if only they knew the direction things would go. Oh my god, these fucking turrets.
Yeah, I want to say it was Xbox 360 where they were saying the line about that other people were saying as well. That's like, "Oh, that's not a console. That's a computer." That they're saying is a console. Like PlayStation 3, that's a console.
Yeah. I'd have to think. I'm trying to remember if I heard any, like BS schoolyard talk about consoles.
We've been looking for you, ma'am. Are you injured?
No injuries, sir. Thank God you made it.
We need to get to the extraction point.
I can't wait to get out of this hellhole.
We'll have you out of here in no time.
Oh my god, I can't wait to get out of this hellhole.
Can't wait to go back home and do some shopping. Just like very generic. Like the two ladies in this game have been both been wearing like semi-revealing clothing, despite being like one's a freedom fighter and one's a Marine. Ostensibly is a let's see what they said. American Marine POW. Yeah.
Yeah, especially with the ponytail flip they animated for her.
What is this song?
Casual cave classics.
The design of this indoor area is
nothing unique on this guy.
Yeah, but just like how futuristic, kind of like military base some of this area looks.
Well, Al-Qaeda has to be a threat still, so Osama has to have access to technology.
You're forgetting the Stratcast.
I'm trying, but he was ducking my attacks earlier. He's evolved. Now he's not. Now I can get it in.
There we go.
I'm looking forward to the end where they have to imply that Osama bin Laden is a master of hand-to-hand combat.
And not just a dying, frail old man.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do the thing that Injustice did, where you take like kryptonite pills. That's why Joker can fight Superman.
Oh, the camera almost got like to where I couldn't see what I was fucking doing. That would have been dangerous. Alright, so why do we need to capture that guy?
I know, he didn't deserve a kick in the head apparently though.
Roger that, Sierra 5, I understand.
By the way, I think there's someone behind that truck.
He was trying to avoid the fight.
I'm sorry, truck guy. I should have blown your spot.
Blown up
like
his
that.
spot, yeah. Well, you are a true patriot, Bag. I thank you for it. Smoke him out.
So this might have been a stream.
Yeah, look at the design of this corridor. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, this is like Thief. Like that mansion level. All right. I feel like this might have been a stream story, but I don't know when I would have had a reason to tell this one. But I remember very clearly the night that Osama bin Laden was killed.
You were there in the audience at WWE, and John Cena came out.
I was not. That would have been great. But I distinctly remember because I was playing Portal 2 co-op with a friend of mine, and we were in a voice chat, and some other guy in the voice chat said, "Oh, they just announced Osama bin Laden got killed," and I said to my friend, like, "Oh wow, high five," and we high fived in the game, and that was just because it felt like that. I didn't know how else to react. I was like, "Have our robots high five?" So we high fived.
I always lie to people because I think it would be the best thing ever. I so wish that the way I found out, which I don't remember how I found out, or when I found out specifically, but to have been watching the Mega 64 podcast live, back when they streamed their podcast out live, and they got the news of Osama, and it entered into a dance party set to Real American, spontaneous dance party.
I don't think it was live, but I do think that is how I found out. is that that showed up on my YouTube page at some point.
So I
and no, go ahead.
Finish. Okay. So I do also remember specifically the day after too, because it was kind of early in the day, lunchtime, and I was going to Taco Bell, and I thought to myself, what if I got some free food as the Osama bin Laden's dead special? So like, and what if everyone is so hyped right now, so much on American pride that I got some free food? So I ordered my stuff, and I pull up, and the woman hands me the bag, and she goes, I threw in an extra soft taco for you. Have a blessed day. And I'm like, oh wow, I did get the Osama bin Laden's dead special.
Got it.
So that's my enduring memory of this point in history of Osama bin Laden being killed, which was I was playing Portal 2 co-op and I got free food from Taco Bell.
Oh yeah, I saw you picked up the Terror tape there.
I did.
Which is not what you think. It's actually related to the Rin, Terror's Realm.
Oh yes. That is.
It's the Rin tape,
his days are already numbered. He only has 7 days left, but we got to accelerate the process a little bit here. Can't wait for nature to take its course on this one.
The only thing as well about the day that Osama was killed, and I wonder if this has been verified or not, if it was just like an internet urban legend, but the story that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson tweeted out about it before there'd been any official
that is verified. The tweet exists. Yeah.
And there's still never been an explanation for that. How he found out.
We're looking for a clipboard or something, by the way, that has data on it. That's what we need to backtrack for.
SEAL Team 6 did it, right? And then they were... Whoopsies. And then they were like, all right, we need to call this in. Call Dwayne. And then call the president.
Priorities, people. Also, at some point, we picked up extendos for the AK, so it has a 45 bullet clipazine, which is nice.
Okay, you mentioned it earlier, John Cena. Do you remember what his phrasing was? Because it was very weird.
We have brought to a permanent end.
Yeah, Imagine Me, I posted it earlier, yeah. I imagine that was still their PG era, so that was
compromised to a permanent end, that's the... Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably like the only way they could phrase it where the network would allow them.
He was compromised by a foreign object.
Which is wild.
An international object.
Osama bin Laden has been unalived.
Which is wild. Because I remember that MacGruber killed R-Truth live on Raw.
True, he never came back.
He blew up and all that's left was his shoes. They were allowed to do that. I just like that moment because it did not take long for people to start editing Ron the Truth Killing's Wikipedia article to say that he's fine, by the way, folks, but like claiming that was just a real life event.
How can he be fine if he died, if he was reduced to nothing but shoes?
Oh,
he's contradictory information here.
He's just that good of a wrestler. He sells it really well.
Oh, I see.
I remember more recent WWE history. I think it was the oh god, why can I not remember the name of the Money in the Bank? It was the Money in the Bank.
Oh, the zombie match where they had zombies around the ring that ate the Miz.
No, but that's also a good one. But the one where the whole thing was supposed to be, they started at the bottom floor of WWE headquarters and fought their way to the top floor on the roof. And at the end of it on the top floor, Rey Mysterio gets thrown off the fucking roof of like a, 15, 16-story building.
Well, the Big Show could survive it back in WCW.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But like everyone's reaction was like, so he's dead, right? Like, he's not coming back. You die from that.
Oh.
And
I think it's
Rey
time.
Mysterio I'll just end this by saying Rey Mysterio responded to it by tweeting out just an emoji of a ghost.
I have to destroy these turrets so I don't get murked the second I walk into the room. All right. Time to say goodnight.
If you kill me, 1,000 more will rise.
Then smoke you out one by one.
It's our time.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
There it is.
All right. Yep, this is definitely what this, 70-year-old man would have been capable of.
Well, he was watching anime. We know it from his hard drive.
We do.
Yeah, tough guy.
You learned this one from Bible Black.
You have no idea how many PlayStation 2s I have in reserve. Even if you kill me, they will go to my ally.
Oh no, Osama won.
He seems real into it as well.
Yeah, very excited. Alright, there we go. On a much better beat this time.
There does seem to be a specific time into this exploit. But also, it looks like the super combo just lets enemies get instant startup. And that's how they're, like, breaking out of this.
Listen, you need to finish them off, because I plan on going to Taco Bell later, and I could use some free stuff.
I'm kind of surprised this game didn't try to do any, like, body double twists on any of these.
Wow, that was easy.
Oh, it was easy the second time around.
Unless that's about to happen and I just accidentally spoiled it.
Let's hear time. Alright, that one's earned, I think.
Oh!
Fucking Dynamite Deca-ass cutscene.
And that's how it happened. That's how SEAL Team 6 did it, folks.
They brought him in alive and... Oh, wait, no.
It's that final score tally. Didn't see if there's anything beyond this. If there's any post-credit. I don't remember.
After the capture of Osama bin Laden, Jake Seaver reached closure on his 1999 covert mission and brought the world's most wanted fugitive
You are the winner.
to justice.
You are the winner.
And
You are the
peace was
winner.
finally brought to the international community, at least for now.
And that's it!
Yeah.
That's it. No credits.
Well, I'll play the credits. Because they are part of the videos here. And before I play the credits, I'll play my fucking screen. Boy howdy, just within 3 hours, give or take. Alright, let's play these credits and talk over them. Alright, so final thoughts on this game. On Fugitive Hunter War on Terror, also known as America's 10 Most Wanted. Not the worst. Probably doesn't deserve quite the low scores it has. Or I guess it does morally, I guess.
Yeah. Gameplay-wise, maybe not so much. Content-wise, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like this is an interesting scenario where reviewers wanted to have more of a bone to pick with it than was potentially, you know, warranted. Writing, the U.S. Marine Corps wrote this? Interesting. They have writing credit. They must have had some sort of advisor, and they just didn't want to name that advisor by name, I suppose. Like, it's mostly competent. It's better than FPSs we have played on this show. It definitely fails in the level design department and the objective and the way that those things are distributed. And, you know, you can complain about presentational flaws. I think it's fine. I get that it's maybe not to the caliber of games that were coming out in the year 2003. I mean, I feel like most PS2 games coming out from smaller studios looked approximately like this. I don't know. It's easy to get mad at this game. It's easy to shit on it for the fact that it's so blatantly catering to people's fears. There's Chad Stileski, by the way, who I mentioned, is now a very famous director and stunt coordinator and John Wicker involved in that franchise.
Oh damn! John Body was involved in the motion capture production as well.
Yes,
he's all over this.
Jack of all trades. I'm trying to find a way to say this that is not gonna make people question me.
But it's your favorite game of all time.
This game had a purpose.
Tommy Tallarico.
Yes,
Chat was right. Hell yeah.
This game absolutely is playing off of fears and into jingoism, but if that's a market, if that's an audience, if people were willing to pay money for that, it's up to people to kowtow to that. It's up to people to analyze and recognize those market opportunities. It was savvy. It was smart of them to do, to make this game at this time. I mean, granted, they maybe should have had come out even sooner, and it probably would have been more successful. It probably would have been more forgiven. I think the fact that it came out, 2 years after the fact, probably, definitely ate into its sales. If they had been a bit more timely with it, it may have been more lucrative for them in the ways they hoped it would be. But like, ultimately, the point I'm trying to make here is that it's hard to fault them for recognizing this opportunity to make this game at this time. Like, with the benefit of hindsight, it's very easy to shit on it, but in the moment, I don't know. I want to give them some amount of credit for giving a game that people would have been wanting, in that, there were probably people stoked to kick the shit out of Osama bin Laden in a video game.
I think you can give them credit for, in a business sense of, like, identifying a market and then going, like, we could cater to that. On the other hand, you can't give them credit for, like, identifying that market and say, like, yeah, I can sleep at night catering to that.
They wanted to give people wish fulfillment. They wanted to give people the opportunity to, like, kick the ass of Osama bin Laden. They had to earn it. They had to go through all these other dog shit levels, but...
you're not going to like me saying this, but hatred is another form of wish fulfillment.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're not wrong. I'm trying to play devil's advocate. Like, ultimately, I think a game like this is juvenile and stupid. Like, to be clear, but I get it, and I can get how they could feel like they did nothing wrong with this in terms of delivering this game. How they could sleep at night, having made it, thinking that
Yeah, I mean, the early 2000s, like, for those who weren't there at the time, or for those who weren't, who were, like, maybe too young to remember, early 2000s were, like, wild in terms of, like, what people thought was appropriate.
I'm just playing some B-roll in the background.
And I don't mean that in a good way. Like, this game is 100% a product of its time.
To be sure.
But I can't give it, like, credit for much of anything. Like I said, what little I praised the game for, like, having that multimodal thing, like, I don't want to give this game praise for anything. Like, I can recognize where how gameplay functions in, like, technical aspects they were going for, but, conceptually, and I think even at the time, this is ultimately a very cynical product that didn't really pan out for them anyway.
Yeah, I suppose so. Like, the fact that it didn't catch on, the fact that, I'm trying to make this devil's advocate argument, and, like, it was not successful in its purpose. The fact that consumers didn't go for it, critics didn't go for it. You're absolutely right. But I guess the question is, what I'm asking is, could a different developer with a different game have delivered a product that did this successfully?
And then Modern Warfare came out, Call of Duty 4.
Yeah, I guess that's the answer, and then I guess that this that ultimately presented it in a way where it wasn't quite as on the nose.
Yeah, we definitely did get the really jingoistic and successful video games out of it. They were just, less pandering. Like, and they're still pandering, but they're less, like, so obvious, like, and you get to fist fight Osama bin Laden. Like, that was so pandering that even in the, like, American fervor of 2003, people were like, no, this is obvious.
Yeah. No, I think that's a fair statement. Again, I'm not trying to defend this game on moral grounds. I'm trying to explain how it comes into being. Because you do have to understand intentionality. You do have to understand motivation. You have to understand where developers are coming from. And I guess it is cynical. I wanted to give them the credit of saying that at least they weren't cynical. I think John Body, knowing what I know about him now and the rabbit holes he has fallen into, the deep end that he finds himself in now with his YouTube channel and so forth, I do believe that he really believed in this product. That's what I think. whether the rest of the developer team like gave as much of a shit as he did, whether they were passionate truly about it, whether they thought they were doing some good with this, remains to be seen. And you can assume that a lot of them were probably pretty cynical about it. But I believe that at least John believed in this product. is my takeaway, knowing what I know now about this man. But
I would also say that if engagement on Twitter wasn't as dog shit as it is these days, I feel like this is a game that when you posted about his birthday, maybe a couple years ago, we'd have gotten a lot more people going, what's wrong with this? This is
I mentioned Quest for Saddam earlier, and I did get the developer of that game to respond to me saying, Bad Game Hall of Fame, I think you mean Based Game Hall of Fame, and I reminded him that the only reason people remember his name is because fucking Al-Qaeda took his game and modified it to make it anti-American propaganda. That's literally the only thing, the height of his relevancy as a human being in history will amount to the fact that terrorists took his game and modified it and then released it for free, and that's his claim to fame. So I felt pretty good about that, Dunk. He didn't have much to fucking say after that one. But I think that'll do it for Fugitive Hunter War on Terror. I think the War on Terror is over, and we can all go home now. Let's fade that out and cut to our epilogue screen. Folks, that was Fugitive Hunter War on Terror. I thank you, Charkie and Johnny, for coming along on this globe-trotting, terrorist-stomping adventure with me. And I thank the audience for tuning in very high numbers tonight, might I add. Surprisingly high. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in for what could have been what was definitely a very dicey game to play on here. I will admit, I expected a little bit of apprehension about this one, but I hope ultimately that we were able to make it funny and that we were able to get through some of the rougher bits of it and sort of push ahead and cover the game relatively objectively, I guess. Not that I'm one of those cover games objectively types, but I think looking past some of the surface level grossness of it and being able to at least appreciate that there was some degree of craft and effort put into it is somewhat important. I'm sure that people who worked on this game wanted to have careers after it, were passionate about game development, even if they weren't passionate about the concept behind the game. I do hope that people who were members of Black Ops Entertainment, who were part of this crew, landed on their feet, continued to make games, maybe less egregious than this, maybe games of higher quality. I hope they found satisfaction in their careers, But ultimately, I think it is an interesting game with some interesting history behind it, with an interesting guy at the helm who has continued to exist online, and again, who I can't stress enough is a very interesting, compelling figure to follow in John Body. That's as diplomatic as I can put that. But again, just thank you for tuning in, folks. And if you liked what you saw here tonight, can I suggest potentially financially supporting us? Pledging to us on Patreon, subscribing here on Twitch, or becoming a member on YouTube. These are all fine ways to support the channel, and they will grant you access to the Patreon Saints channel on our Discord server, where you can give your input, recommend games, and vote on polls and so forth. Help steer the direction of the show. We greatly appreciate it, especially with some, let's just say that I have some free time, more than I know what to do with right now, so you might expect to see more of us doing more streaming stuff and trying to compel people to put some money down if you can, but not going to go too much into that on stream here. If you can't financially support us, by the way, I completely understand, obviously. Just consider sharing the videos with folk. We have a playlist on YouTube. It's called Suggested Viewing, and we suggest that you share some of the videos on that list with folk that you know. Folk you might think might go for this kind of content. Maybe you know someone who was a member of SEAL Team 6, and they'd get a kick out of this particular episode. So consider sending it to them if you happen to have the connect there. Otherwise, just keep tuning in, folks, and we appreciate you showing up. more streaming to come. We already mentioned earlier in the show that Johnny Baghead here will be opening up a time slot in the near future, so we'll be streaming 4 days out of the week, which will be a big jump, and maybe even more than that. Maybe I will take up casual streaming again. I have some plans, I have some ideas in mind for how to make those interesting and compelling, so please look forward to that. As far as the rest of the stream schedule for this week, we have our patron-voted game coming up on Thursday. We don't know exactly what it is yet. The poll is still got like a day left on it, I think.
It's got 3 hours left on it, actually.
3 hours, so
yes.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you're not going to be able to vote on it, but if you're on Twitch, you know.
And it's close enough that it could still go either way between, it looks like between one of two things, but who knows?
You can say what those two things are.
Right now, okay, I can give you the results here. Right now, 3 hours to go, Unearthed Trial of Ibn Battuta is
Give
leading
this
with 6
percentages,
votes.
yeah.
Yep. 43% of the vote for Unearthed. Dukes of Hazzard, Return of the General Lee on PS2 has 29%. Rogue Warrior has 21%, and Snake's Revenge, Metal Gear 2 has 7%.
Yeah, people didn't go for that one as much as I.
Yeah. But it is still pretty close between Unearthed and Dukes of Hazzard, and Rogue Warrior is not that far behind. So if you have access to the Patron Saints channel by, subscription, patron, or Discord boosting, then yeah, you got a little time left after the show to vote on that.
A very good reminder to folk. And then Saturday we'll figure it out too. I don't know. We're always streaming something here.
Yeah,
we're always doing something on the show.
Don't we have Saturday already?
Do we?
Set? I believe we do. Let me just double check that real quick. I think I know what it is, but I just want to be sure before I say it. Saturday is going to be Painful Pinball.
Who's going to be on that show?
It looks like me and Bag and you.
All right, very good. The trio will return on given day. There is basically no one streaming right now for us to raid, by the way. No one that we're following.
Wait, you know what? Let me check something real quick.
All right, we'll vamp for a second here.
All right.
Yeah, I think that there is a bright future for the stream. I hope there is. I mean, I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't think there was a future in it, but we're really going to be ramping stuff up in the weeks and months to come. That is ultimately what we're working towards, putting out more show for y'all to enjoy, trying some different angles on it, different time zones, different types of games, just expanding this thing out, we hope.
And speaking of different time zones, the person I was going to suggest is in Japan right now, apparently, so she is not streaming right now.
In that case, I wonder if this will work. Yes, there we are. We're going to raid PS2 or Die as a friend of Johnny here, so we're happy to give him a view, happy to send folk that away. What are they playing right now, do you know?
They are currently, their end goal is to play every PlayStation 2 game ever, which might take a while, but they're currently playing State of Emergency, which, that game does not look good, unfortunately.
Unfortunate. Yeah, so please to send them our love, let them know that we sent you, and thank you folks again for sticking with us through what was definitely a rough game. Maybe not in terms of gameplay, but I think we had plenty to say about the gameplay. I like to think that we covered it with as much reverence as it deserves, which is not much, but at least some. I have been counter-terrorist Cassidy.
Oh, you set me up for a bad one. I've been conscientious objector Charkie.
Very good. You navigated out of that one smoothly, deftly.
And I'm a guy who went to school in England, so I don't know anything about anything.
A built-in excuse, goddammit. All right. Thanks again, folks. And, bye!
Good night, everybody.
Night-night.